The leather seats, the passage right. I feel the heat, I see the light. Miss atomic bomb. Make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm. Just rock, 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 just rock. Buried deep in your back, that you run for cover, but you can't escape the second attack. Your soul was innocent, she kissed him and she painted it back. You should have seen your little face. Burning for love, holding on for your life. All it was a little touch, a little tenderness and truth. I didn't ask for much, no. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mr. Atomic Bomb, make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Racing shadows in the moonlight. We're taking chances on a hot night. And for a second there we won. Yeah, we were innocent and young. It's wearing thin, but I'm standing here, not too late. Your shockwave whisper sealed your face. It's like a dagger buried deep in your back. That you run for cover, but you can't escape the second attack. Your soul was innocent, she kissed him and she painted it back. You should have seen your little face. Burning for love, and you know the light. And it was a little touch, a little tenderness and truth. I didn't ask for much, no. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mr. Atomic Bomb, make it up, we got the radio on. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Racing shadows in the moonlight. We're taking chances on a hot night. And for a second there we won. Yeah, we were innocent and young. Mr. Atomic Bomb, make it up, we got the radio on.
in, everybody. Good evening. Is it evening? It is evening.
Sort of, kind of, maybe.
It is
Hello.
kind of, sort of evening. Welcome, everybody. Today we are casting a very special Gwent event. I can't see if you can hear me. If we could check in the OBS if everybody can hear me.
I know you can hear something. I'm just trying to work out if you can hear us as an echo or what you've got. You should now hear us properly.
Yeah.
Trying to work out what that sound is. Oh, it's Gwent.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, they're hearing Gwent. That's fine.
So, hey, welcome. So we are doing an amazing thing today for community, and that is a Gwent charity event with SOS Villages.
Yes, we are indeed. Yes, SOS Childrens Village. It is a charity event. Thank you so much to Mosh and Lemon for casting prior to us. You can see there's already 160 euros been donated, which is incredible.
That we're also getting the bonus of 50 euro from Be Charitable people.
That's true. That's right. The people at Be Charitable are also going to put 50 into the kitty, if I believe, which will take it to 210 already.
The charitable people are charitable.
They are indeed. And the link is available in the chat and it will rotate through. We are going to hear from someone from SOS Children's Village as well between the semi-finals and the finals as well. They're going to jump on and join us and tell you a little bit about the great work that charity does. So that which will be really great. It'll be lovely to have them join us as well. So yes, that is what we are doing today. Mm-hmm. But while we do it, and while we try and raise some money, there's also a Gwent tournament to look at.
I love that.
That sounds pretty good, right?
Are we going to say hi to people today?
Normally I don't. None of these people. Obviously, while we're casting and while we're doing it, hello everybody, welcome in. It's great to have you all here. Mosh and Lemon again, thank you so much for the casting earlier and for sending everyone across. Really appreciate it. It's great to see you. And so many of the regulars I can see lurking around. It's great to have you. And hopefully you will enjoy this tournament.
It's been a while since we casted. It feels like forever. It's realistically only like a month and a half.
Yeah, I think so.
It's good to be back with Gwent.
It's always good to be back with Gwent. I believe they're going to start pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we should probably take a quick look at their decks.
Let's go.
Yes, let's do that. So, I believe we are looking at the upper bracket. No, sorry, we're looking at the semi-finals between Dosen and Stinkfister.
Okay, yeah.
Lovely name. And Stinkfister is the first player we're going to take a look at here. When we have the coin and the bans, we will let you know. But for now, we will just go through the deck lists. And it starts off with Jackpot Syndicate.
Okay, something that we've seen around. Mm-hmm. Because it's quite small for me. I'm wearing my glasses chip, but that doesn't really help me. There are some new cards there as well. Some cards that you would not expect, right? Well,
since the buff to Jackpot last month, it's been kind of around everywhere. And Captain Yargo was one of the last cards to come into Gwent. He saw really no play until this month. And it is Jackpot Syndicate's basically mid-range syndicate. Everything. There's some removal, there's some point slam, there's some, of course there is the thinning. It's an experience of a list. It's just a powerhouse mid-range. I think it got banned in the last series. Mm-hmm. So it would certainly be my ban from these three, but we'll find out.
Well, I never liked playing against or with Syndicate because the math is just too much math. But we also have White Frost. You were recently playing a little more White Frost. It seems to be having a comeback of sorts.
Yeah, it does.
It's always kind of been around based on what I've seen. And we kind of have the usual,
it's the standard devotion version, yeah. It's the red version. It's Caranthir's Golden Child can be a scary point slam. 2 Foglets. It's devotion, of course, which means Winter Queen not only thins, but is a petrifying card that needs dealing with on a pass. So yeah, but pretty good all round. Of course, Lord Riptide in there as well now does great work, old Riptide.
Really good addition to Devotion by Frost, right?
Yeah, he really is. It's just the power of Frost, great and scary on red coin. Albeit, most of this, the White Frost and the Precision Strike prefer red coin. So if you are left with both, I'm curious to see how I'm going to call them stink here, survives. But
Well, the Johnny is then quite on the nose.
yeah, just
Cheeky boy.
Yeah, he is a cheeky boy.
So we then have Precision Strike. I'm
Yes.
very happy about this. I'm always happy about a little bit of Squirtle. But we have seen this around. It's the Eudora with the Armor Workshop and Dennis.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I like this deck. It can do a lot. It can be quite flexible depending on what's happening. So
Yeah,
quite
good.
excited to see that.
Yeah,
if
good
we get
mid-range kind of swarmy list. Again, I think prefers red coin. Curious to see how it goes if this one sticks around. But next, it is Dosen.
it. Ooh, Dosen is bringing Nilfgaard. Is it?
It's just it's double cross assimilate.
Yeah, I was looking for Henry because I really like Henry Nilfgaard with a cheeky bit of abduction, but this is not what it is. It is assimilate. I like that. I love when Nilfgaard plays your deck better than you.
Yeah.
So why not? I'm curious to see this. Something that we all know and occasionally have nightmares about, I think. But
It can be a lot of fun though. It's infinitely consistent. If you look at it, it's kind of the old Enslave list with Calvate for guaranteed draws, but just not using Enslave. Instead, valuing double cross, the fun or the fear that it can bring. And Dosen has decided to go down that route. I know he's a very big fan of Nilfgaard, so it doesn't really surprise me to see it in his lists. The next, it's Renfrey Beasts Nilfgaard, a list that I remember from a few patches ago, the Blaze of Glory version. He is running Magic Compass in here as well, so he's gone for all of the power of the overbuffed thinning, as well as Iris and her companions. Actually looks like a really fun list. I might try this one myself in my next Gwent stream, honestly.
I would try it just for the Iris because it's such a beautiful card, honestly.
Fair.
But last but not least, Dagon.
Yeah.
Promised and now feared, heat-waved.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's Deathwish Dagon, but control heavy. I see an Eskel. I see a Lord Riptide. I see a Heatwave. So this isn't necessarily just focusing on what you'd think. It is a bit more middle of the road, a little bit more control that you might not be expecting. But I think, yes, the Renfrey list is actually 26 card Renfrey with Magic Compass. So that's a whole thing. I'm just going to check to see what's been banned and what's not been banned. Okay.
So Dozen is going on red.
Yeah.
And will not be bringing Dagon. And Stinky is going on blue. And we will not see any syndicate from them.
That is right, we will not. I will quickly throw it back so you can see us ever so briefly while we once again mention the reason that we are here.
I was like, why briefly? Why wouldn't they want to see us?
Of course. No, we're always here for some Gwent and we love some tournament Gwent. But today is all about the charity that we are here for. It's SOS Childrens Village. So far, the Gwent community's put 160 euros in, which is amazing. We know it's a difficult time for everyone right now, but if you can or are willing to donate, every single euro helps. The link is in chat. The donate button, it is in German because this, you can see SOS Kinderdorfen weltweit. It's rather than you just faded out of existence as I spoke German, as if we went into another universe there. But obviously, normal translate will fix that. And there's a lot of information that we will be sharing with you throughout the course of it, as well as having someone actually from the charity join us after this series as well. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like charity events. I think they're such a great thing. Like you said, we know that it's a difficult time for a lot of people. However, every little thing helps. So if you can donate, the links are all there. And meanwhile, we'll entertain you with a little bit of Gwent.
Yes, we will do our very best here. We will dive into some Gwent. I will throw us into the gameplay screen here, as I just need to do a little bit of work over on the side, making everything look pretty.
Ooh, pretty. We like things looking pretty, though.
We do indeed.
Do we have...
oh, wait, no, because the names aren't right, because it's set up for the other one.
Oh, no.
So I need to either do a lot, or I don't have time. I'm just going to...
You can do a lot. I can talk.
Okay, I'll try, but I'm going to need both screens all the time.
Okay.
So you won't be able to watch Gwent.
Why would you need both screens?
Okay,
Oh,
well,
wait.
never mind. Wait, there's a chance!
There's a
Because I need
chance.
this here and this here.
Okay.
So, well, I'm going to put okay, that got cancelled. Let me put us back so that... Oh, no, I need us to be here. You can entertain people from here.
Okay, I am clearly doing stuff out of nowhere now, chat. We have had game cancelled message, which is never a good sign.
Yeah, it's not what you're looking for.
No, not really what you're looking for. But you guys can tell us if you want to what has been your favorite moment in the first semi-final and the game before. We would like to know. And we're looking at what's happening. Hopefully we get to know what's happening soon. And I'm quite excited to see a little bit of Skellige action as well. I feel like I haven't played... we're seeing Skellige, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we are,
The Blaze of Glory could be interesting. That can be a nice deck to see. I feel like I have been seeing too many monsters recently around, though.
There's a fair bit of monsters. Monsters took quite an unpleasant hit, but people are still trying their best to keep monsters alive and well, which is nice to see. It's nice to see. I'm just setting everything up in the corner, as you can see it happening in real time, chat.
Yeah.
Happening in real time. Love to see it.
I'm getting message that they're restarting, but I don't think I'm in the right Discord to see those messages. Can you please check?
I've not got any either.
Okay. No channel for the tournament itself, nothing. Like there, yeah.
Just...
you can join. We resetted. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. This is the same thing that you were just reading.
Okay. No, it wasn't.
Oh, well, you're being tagged in it, so
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just continue to sort this out. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. So we didn't get another invite. They should have done.
Not yet.
Yeah. We. So if you could. We're preparing these things on the screen while also trying to get in game. It's like two things at once, a little too many. So I'm just keeping an eye on the Discord. I'll let them know that we're ready. We haven't got
Another invite yet?
Yeah. Let me just...
Okay, well, we knew what the bans were as well, so hopefully they stick with those bans now.
Yeah.
Dosen
should have.
didn't have monsters, right?
Yeah. Dosen didn't have... Dagon and the Syndicate was banned.
Amazing. So, that should work in that case.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I will put us back to this screen while we wait then.
Or maybe we could have a look at the donation page if you wanted to.
Yes, that's a good idea. Let's put this up and see if this is going to behave.
There we go.
Let me...
Actually put on... Yeah,
There we go. So, it would look just like this.
Yes, like we've said, it is in German, but all of the information about what you are today donating to is in English, so you know where you are. Because we're in the heart of our Gwent Tournament, we're rallying support to Project SOS Education with initiatives for a while, so that bit is in English, so you know you're on the right page.
Yes.
If you need to, you can, like Matt was just showing, translate the whole page to English. English to German works quite well, so it should be fine. If you then click donate now, it will take you to another page, again goes to German, and you can translate it to English if you want to, in no problem. And the payment method can be card or PayPal, so that should work just fine for you. I don't know if you guys know about SOS Villages, but I know them from Czechia. I don't know if you guys have them in the UK, but they're quite a very well-known charity for us that help setting up humanitarian help all around the world. I think that's really cool. I know they're kind of everywhere.
Yes.
And they're there when emergencies happen, but they also provide education for kids. And I think it's always good to try and support places like these.
It is, yeah. There's hundreds of millions of children in poverty around the world, which obviously is a terrifying realization. And they help on every continent, is my understanding, that they are providing support for people in poverty, whether that's from displacement or war or famine. everywhere. It's a really, really good cause, and one that is, it is a really great cause. So if you can in any way, the link is available in chat. !donate. In fact, I will pop it in there now so that you can see a single euro helps. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's fine. I need to put us back on the main screen then. So, yes, and currently we have hit 160 euros, which is absolutely lovely to see as well. So good job, fading Ghost Aria. As long as we sit very still, we both continue to exist.
That is true, yeah. That's how it is right now. If we do not move, then we are indeed present on the screen. Well, I hope you guys are having a lovely day with Gwent.
Yes.
It's always good to have a day with Gwent, right?
It is.
I had an amazing time yesterday with the Gwent puzzles, honestly.
Oh, yeah, they're brilliant.
If you haven't done them yourself yet, it's an hour with Shoop. I would say an hour with Shoop well spent.
Yes, very, very. That could be a lot worse, right?
Yeah.
That could be
honestly,
a lot worse.
Yeah. Just don't tell people how many tries it took you, honestly, because that could be a little embarrassing sometimes. But yeah, that was a lot of fun yesterday, and we should be getting on it. We should be getting in by pretty soon now.
Yes.
And we'll see. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we actually get into Gwent, because you guys all know, or maybe you don't, but if you are new, then there's one thing you need to know, and that is that.
Yes.
That is that the tournament client is very temperamental. Remove me.
Yeah. It's always been temperamental, our lovely tournament client. But yes.
I don't need that to be there as an observer.
Yeah, you don't need to be there as an observer, yeah. So got to the bottom of it, and we will get there. Thank you for those of you joining and following. Appreciate it, and I hope you had a great time. Was there a standout performance in the first set of series you saw today? I'm very curious. You can also see, yes, Roaring Hillock, currently highest donation. Love to see it. Love to see it. Very impressive. Very impressive. But yes.
Heatwave. Heatwave is not a great friend of anybody.
No.
And this is an open deck list again, right?
Yeah, tournament's open deck list situation. It is, the players know what they're facing, albeit may not have had the most prep time. It's best of 3 rather than best of 5 as well. So, 3 deck lists, 1 ban each. And that is the way that it currently runs. So you just need to win with your 2 deck lists. And this is the semi-final. We already have 1 person into the finals.
Yes.
We already saw there that Huramalka went through 2-0, who is in the chat. Hello.
Facing Chad. Not Chad.
Beat actual Arna Chad.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Always good to see Arna Chad, getting humbled. Actually, that's not true. I love me some Arna Chad, but still,
true, yeah.
One of my favourites. It really is.
He usually humbles us, though.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So.
Oh, we're getting an invite, chat.
We are indeed. So I have to wait a little while as the caster to click it. But I think we are going in to the game very shortly. We will give a quick reminder that it is going to be Stink on blue coin.
Yep, and Dozen on red. Dozen's not bringing Dagon Death Wish, and Stinky is not bringing Syndicate.
That's right.
Stinky, you have now been renamed to Stinky for the entirety of the time that I cast your names.
That makes sense.
Names, yeah.
Oh, it's Roaring Hillock. I see.
Oh, okay.
Aha,
that
didn't
makes
realise.
sense, yeah. Okay. Malka, we're looking forward to casting your games in the finals.
We are indeed. We are indeed. Well, in that case,
let's go in.
Let's go.
Woohoo!
And this is going to be game 1 of the semis. Let's see.
So we were saying that a lot of the decks kind of want red coin. Is that correct?
I would say so. Yeah.
I think so, because it was one of them is gone, but I think for Stinky actually there was quite a few ones, especially the Frost one that you might like on red coin.
Yeah, right? Frost is great on both. It's just better on red coin in my opinion. So I would take it on blue over the Precision Strike list. Yeah. So that's what I think we'll see. Whether we do or not, I guess we'll find out. You can only look forward. As soon as Arya moves, literally, as soon as she looks at and she's gone. The technology.
It's the background removal.
And yet it fully knows where I am at all points. Even if I'm here, it refuses to make me vanish.
But it's
directly pointing at her, and she has better lighting. I don't know what it is. It's wild. But nonetheless, and yet when I stream just me, I'll disappear. You love to see it.
We are seeing Shoop working on it,
Yeah.
What is it?
Spinning. Shoop is spinning, getting ready. Christmas Shoop here, doing his very, very best. Yeah. And, we're looking to see the players going in. They must just be making their deck choices, hopefully. Clicks through.
I always say cosmetics matter. You don't want to show up to a tournament.
Because you're still there.
Oh.
As long as you're there, this can't go through because it's waiting for you to click.
Really fast,
No. Like they need to remove you.
I meant turn on my Gwent.
You can go do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to add. Well, we're going to fix something so that this works.
Fixing stuff, Chair.
Yes. While this flicks through, let me take us back and have a little look again at. And let's take a quick look at this so we can see the different ways that SOS helps. Love to see it as well. Children's Village is the translation of this, of course, and they help in so many different ways. There are way more children in poverty and extreme poverty than you can even begin to imagine. The numbers are quite startling, honestly. So every euro can go towards helping support children with, no family or not in a safe place, help with education, help development, and just emergency aid, if nothing else. So much of the world is a tense place right now. So yeah, it's definitely a very, very good cause. One that I think universally everybody would agree is a great one. So we are just waiting for this to click through here. We do know why it hasn't. We're just rectifying that now. So do not worry. We will be in very shortly. It's lovely to have so many of you here. It really is. Appreciate you all. Hopefully we will be diving in to game one very, very shortly. Oh, and now you're not there now.
Yeah.
After all that. So I don't know what it is. Oh dear. So, well, we will get into this game soon, I promise. Shortly, I'm sure the game will allow us to see it and be part of it. Hopefully the players have clicked in.
I don't know.
We're just waiting to get that information. So as soon as we know, we will let you know. Yeah, still doing the little twisty twist. Absolutely love to see it. And thank you for the follows. We do appreciate them. It's lovely to have so many of you here waiting anxiously in preparation for some Gwent. Love a cheeky bit of Gwent. I'm sure it won't be too much longer now. You can see up on the side the banned lists.
Everybody is on spinning card.
Then I've no idea. Then we need to back out and they need to resend it, I guess.
Restart.
I think it's because you were in it and they've just tried to remove you while it's spinning.
Yeah.
So we will back out. We will go back to... we'll go back to this, the caster screen, and we will wait to see what comes of it. Yeah, the Gwent is just the filler, really. The Gwent is, the Gwent's not really what we're here for, but I will show you while we wait for this. I'll pop onto here and just show you a bit more about SOS Childrens Village, and you can see the statistics. I don't need to read them to you. They're pretty harrowing, honestly.
Yeah, I still had this.
Yeah, no, it's all right. because then it would have gone absolutely crazy that you've been kicked. So now you can cancel it, and now they can redo it. Yeah, and you can see like the sheer numbers there. They speak for themselves, which is, yeah, it's quite a terrifying reality when you think about it. But we are here to try and raise money to break that cycle. So hopefully every euro we raise today can go in to helping that, and anything you can do will be very, very welcome. We're just waiting for the games to get started. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we get there. Gwent gods don't want us to play. We think we've got to the bottom of it. The next time it gets sent out, we should be okay. We should be all right. So fingers crossed. Yeah, it is indeed, Terry. Yeah, it's a really great. It's a great cause. Very well known worldwide charity. They help all over the world. So we're hopeful that we can.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that we can do a little bit. You know, it's always nice to be able to. To do something, right? Nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something.
But especially in times like these, it can feel like there's nothing you can do.
Yes.
But I think that everybody has options on what they can do, right?
Yeah, and even just being here, like sharing the social media posts and spreading the word can really help.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yes. Game 1, I'm going to take us to the decks briefly, because we kind of rushed through them thinking we had to hurry. So we can now, Dosen's list, so you can completely ignore his death wish. This Blaze of Glory 26 card Renfrey is, it's quite experience. I think it's fair to say I'm curious. I'm definitely going to try it, albeit I might not go down the 26 card route. But honestly, with the overstatting of discard right now, it can play an extra card and absolutely be fine. So
you might need extra cards to have enough to discard, you know.
True.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Okay, that one we will see.
We will.
As well as the Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
You know, the longer I play Gwent, the more I actually like Nilfgaard. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, never mind. Never mind then. Chat, that's just, if we have any fellow Nilfgaard fans in the chat, then just know that I'm there with you.
That's reasonable.
Are you counting the cards?
Yeah, I was just seeing how many, because the 26 card deck, I think Blaze of Glory needs to go on blue coin in order to be able to discard enough to get Magic Compass off. But we will find that out shortly, as I believe it is time to play some Gwent, or rather for us to cast some Gwent. So, without any further ado, he says, hopefully.
Oh wait, that was brave of you. You clicked it fast.
No, I know the timing. Don't worry, I know the timing. I know when I'm allowed.
Oh, wow, okay.
And if you are interested in trying to find out more about what SOS Childrens Village do, there is a link available for you in the chat as well. So, yeah, even if you just want to learn a little bit more. Oh, and we're spinning again. Well, the camera's not getting... If we do it together... Chat, we're in, let's go!
That was it. We finally fixed it.
We summoned it. We summoned it.
It was the spinning movement that finally made it happen. Here we go.
Here we go. And it turns out that Stinky has decided, actually, that they want to take Squirtle on blue here. Very curious choice. And how many bricks will they find? The answer, of course, is yes.
This is a Brick City Central, as always.
Yeah, although not too bad, because you don't actually want to play backup plans from Simless in this list, so it could be a lot worse. On the flip side, of course, Calvate just always here, but too many golds, I would say, for Dosen up here on red. A little bit awkward for them.
Almost too good for the first round.
Yeah.
Especially if you're Nilfgaard. Looking at the hand of Stinky, backup plans in hand actually are a good backup plan.
Yeah.
The Sentinels are gone. This is not horrible.
Finding both Dwarven Chariots is massive as well, because you're really keen. That's one of your proactive plays, one of your few proactive plays, if we're honest. And it's really great engine setup. You don't want to use both, but you want to be able to get them in, and it's why it is turn 1.
Yes, because you definitely don't want both, because that's your biggest engine later on when you're trying to prepare that armor for Dennis, obviously, right? So
yeah.
It's really, really good hand for Stinky here, honestly. Dozen, I'm not sure about the value of mirror, like in general.
Yeah, I mean, it can do okay. It could be all right, but it's never going to be amazing because there aren't valuable engines on the other side. So it really is just a typical mulligan to the bottom of the deck kind of card in this matchup. As we do see the backup plan drop down, maybe a little bit of boost for carryover, but honestly, in fact, there's nothing boosted, so you can't.
There's nothing boosted, yeah.
Just a war dancer. I remember when this card was the most obnoxious of things with its old ability.
Well, we all, sometimes go to these moments where card was like a, traumatic experience. I still remember Yennefer, the old gold card that just kept killing everything I had and everything I hold dear. I will never forget her, though.
That makes sense. Now, is Stink... He's flipped here, the Lamp Djinn, giving himself enough room that I expect he may want to pass out of this round right now. Giving himself that extra bit of room. We're just seeing the value there. Is this going to be the pass, or is he going to full leader for both thinning and brick removal here, Stink? It's a big decision. You don't typically want to give up round one against Nilfgaard, knowing you're resisting a bleed into the perfect hand. But he's committed effectively nothing in this round.
Yeah.
Does choose.
Well, we gotta see. Oh, Mahakam Pass.
Okay.
That's interesting, because while it has resilience, it's gone at round 3. So usually you would see it maybe in round 2 bleed or defend, something like that.
Yeah.
Rather than now, right?
But it does get the resilience instantly with a couple of leader pings being dropped out there. Okay, and then we get the pass from Dosen. That's a really great round for Stinky.
Yeah.
Stinky gets the round win and the resilience and Mahakam Pass on board, but he's now trying to push into what is effectively the best hand possible.
But you could also see it another way, because Stinky already won once, so whatever Dosen gives are good cards. So however long can Stinky stay in the round is effectively really good for them, because they are only getting value out of Dosen.
That is fair, and this sort of deck really does love a short round. If you're looking at Zoltan, you're looking at Simless, and then you are typically going for, has he been drawn? He has, there he is, Dennis. Yeah. That's a crazy 3-card combo that's pretty hard to catch up with even 4 or 5 cards, honestly.
And looking at Stinky, is Stinky going for a 2-0 here?
His hand's too good for the soft push that he's looking for, so maybe, but we'll see. As finds a Nausicaa Sergeant. That is some talent there from Dosen, let's be honest.
That is talented indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
So Dosen has the cards he needs to defend the bleed. But I am looking at Stinky, I'm just not sure how long I want to stay here.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, really. He has got access to just about everything, but is he... How? Oh, okay, he's going for the engine value. Okay. He should Mahakam give himself some armor here. Is he going to use the Forge? I'd be inclined to say the Forge would have been the play there.
In the pass.
No, sorry, Mahakam Pass. Yes, my bad. To spawn a Tempering to protect this Zoltan. But then he's worried, of course, because he knows Vilgefortz is there. If you're going to deal with it, let's make you deal with it cheaply, is perhaps his thought process.
Could be. Now with thinning even more, getting all the Sentinels out, that's a lot of points for Stinky to just have on board and be like, okay, how are you dealing with this now?
It is. It's a big gap. Big gap.
And could be that Stinky was just trying to get to those sweet 7 cards and will now leave, knowing that a Dosen has good cards on hand, but...
I doubt it. If you'd click Mahakam Pass if you were going to do that, right?
Yeah, and commenting both of the engines that create armor also tell me that Stinky wants to stay, I guess.
Very much so. He's also set up bronze, gold, bronze, gold, bronze. Perfect for the Commander's Horn for that extra bit of value. Is Dosen paying enough attention to block that, though? Yeah, he's improving on that, trying to make things a little bit more difficult. It's only an extra point of difference. Actually, no, it might be as much as 2 points of difference here, and every point does count. It's also now blocked the row for the Great Oak, which would have been coming in for removal.
The Great Oak's suddenly small. Oh.
Yes, now he's the not-so-great Oak.
Average Oak.
Yes, mid-sized, if you will. And if you're joining us for the first time, we are casting a charity tournament for SOS Childrens Village. We aren't, as a result, paying as much attention to chat as we normally would, but it really is great to see you here. Please do chat away, ask questions. People in chat are more than happy to assist. It is currently 0-0 in this semi-final. The scores are up in the top corner. The crosses are banned decks.
And yeah, we hate to ignore chat, but chat, you gotta do, you know.
You gotta do what you got.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's tournament and it's time to be full in. So whatever is happening, we're reading it, but we're always more focused on the game itself.
Yeah, we are.
That was a big commitment. That's coming down now. Wow.
That's a huge amount of commitment, quite honestly. I'm a little surprised to see.
Yeah.
He might be over-committing here, because I don't think a 2-0 is a readable position for where he currently is.
Especially with that card now being played, being 21 points for Dobson. That suddenly closes the gap pretty smoothly.
However, is playing right into the tastiest of spores.
Yeah, I was a little excited. I was like, that's exciting. And I was like, oh no, that's not.
Not as exciting as you'd like, but with 4 different assimilate engines on the board.
And Terra Nova having a few nice targets as well.
Yeah, it's, this is all of a sudden, because Dosen closed that massive gap instantly.
Yeah.
Absolutely instantly. And yes, we are raising money for SOS as well. So SOS Children, you can see the donate link is in the chat. Every euro helps massively.
And it doesn't have to be much. If you can donate €5-10, I believe that is possible.
Any amount, yeah. So
that would be amazing. Really appreciate that, Chair. And we've seen the spores, as you predicted. Makes sense. That was a lot of points, but now we have so many assimilate engines that whatever those in place should really generate quite a lot of points. But Dosen also needs to be careful about the board space.
He does. However, there is a pass here for Stink if he wants to take it. I think it's just too early. I think if it were me, I would be using the Mahakam Pass. I would be using the Dwarven Chariot, protecting my own Zoltan back up just a little, and I'd be considering first the Neromancy here. Give a little bit of room for something like maybe even the Maxi, honestly. Dropping the Maxi here. It goes for Oak instead. Okay.
Interesting. I am getting vibes that Stinky doesn't want to leave.
No, he doesn't seem to want to leave. He's going for that soft threaten for a 2-0, hoping that perhaps Dosen kept a few bad cards in hand.
We'll see how it is all, but because what is this card?
It's Terra Nova into yet another engine. Absolutely terrifying.
Okay, that's a lot of Zoltans on a non-Scoia'tael board.
It really is, isn't it? But again, a pass is available and on the cards.
Yeah.
It seems like he's basically saying, I'm going to play Dennis.
It definitely looks like it, and it scares me a bit, because Dosen, if I'm right, still has Nausicaa Surgeons in the deck.
Only runs one.
One.
And obviously this has been double nerfed as well, but there's... Yeah, there's a 20-point gap looks impressive.
Yeah.
But it can be quick to disappear, especially when your Simulus gets burnt out of existence like this.
Oh, okay.
Still ahead though. He's got to be looking at this stage now and thinking, I really have to pass here, but he doesn't. That's probably the best value for that in the defense, right? Stinky, that's the best time to get value out of Commander's Horn when it's at least slightly set up. I don't think it'll be sufficient with this number of engines.
And we're seeing Vigor again into Nausicaa. And now, again, all of these assimilate engines just ticking. Suddenly, those are closing the gap. Obviously, it's 5 points with Stinky can find with the Oneiromancy, but we'll never get that card back. Stinky's not winning here.
No, but Stinky also has to contend with 2 points of damage a turn as well. That could hit armor, and he is going in. Is he going to take the heat wave here?
Ooh, okay. What?
You go for the most
11,
value, yeah. Technically speaking, actually, the Zoltan was more. This is worth 12. It's just 10 immediately, but has decided this bribery, it doesn't matter what it finds. Oh Lord. Anything it finds, because of the number of assimilate tags, is always going to be more than sufficient here.
I think Simlas has targets.
Oh,
It always
my.
has target.
Yeah, but
Oh
you don't
my,
even
oh
want
my.
to double thin here because there's no board space, right?
Yeah, you're fine with just...
Just play the boot hurt.
Okay.
So an extra card, but a lot has been played by both parties. So is Top Deck and Wreck going to be the way?
I always feel so bad when I say top deck and wreck. I
That's the
don't know.
plan. That's just what you do, you know?
Oh, it's like top deck and...
Oh dear. Now, will he hold the coup is the question, because it's not worth keeping unless you find something that's already got spying on it and you're desperately going to be trying not to...
Oh.
I mean, there's nothing left for either player realistically, so...
Yeah, but things like the Nausicaa Sergeant
That's
are
just-
so much... They're more points. I'm just looking at... You know,
I'd have led
Stinky.
with I'd have led with Maxi, but for Stinky there because
Yeah.
playing bronzes opens up the informants. You don't want to give your opponent a target for that, albeit with Lasse, I suppose it was always going to be there. There's not a
nothing.
great deal here, you
Yeah.
know. There's the coup did get mulliganed, but of course there isn't a Neromancy, so it doesn't matter. And we did just have a €10 donation, so that's lovely to see. Thank you so much.
We'll get
for
the
that.
message soon through our channels because you can write a message with it, so we'll get it if you've left any. Either way, I really appreciate the €10. Super mega appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Thank you. And meanwhile, we see this game come to an end.
We
Dozen
do.
takes it 1-0.
Dosen does indeed take it 1-0, and that means he has only a solitary game before he makes it through. Have you vanished again?
I'm trying to show Chet where the scores are.
My lovely assistant. Watch magic. 3 down. Love to see it. So, Kerstin, thank you so much for that donation. It's greatly appreciated. We are up to €170 now for the cause SOS Childrens Village. They help worldwide. You can see more about them at !SOS.
Really appreciate it. The message was...
Like a cat. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, without object permanence, this stream is going to be a mind-blowing situation for you. But nonetheless,
A B sound.
oh, bzz, 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 bzz.
Oh, could be both. Okay, we
okay,
still-
it could be. It could be.
Really appreciate it. Thank you
we
so
do,
much.
and it's great to see the Gwent community doing its best to help raise some money. We are genuinely very grateful as well. I think we are going again. Now the coin flips. Dosen. Now, with just one list, it's the Blaze of Glory list. It flips Stinky on red. I would be bringing that White Frost list through because it's quite an aggressive one. Stinky agrees.
Okay, so we're seeing that Skellige interesting deck.
Yes.
Versus monsters.
Oh, yeah, it's 26 card Renfrey Beasts.
It's Magic Compass, correct?
Yeah, with Magic Compass. Yeah. It is indeed with the Magic Compass.
Okay, and we're seeing both Nickers and Roach going out, makes sense.
Yeah.
With some nice targets for discard already, so that's looking pretty good for Dozen.
Yeah, although does have Yuta in hand, which is not where you want it. You want Yuta in the deck to be able to do
definitely.
all that good pew-pew. Alas, not the case. On the flip side, access to Naglfar is great. You don't really want Oberon in round one. I've taken to mulliganing him, honestly, because this list can thin very well, or at least consistently enough that you
true.
think you're going to be okay. Oh, but Stinky has had an absolute mare. That is the worst last mulligan.
Meanwhile, we see the good old bear
Yeah.
for Skellige, 8 points, solid.
Just there.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah. On the flip side, I've said it's a terrible mulligan. It does mean that Stinky can now be a bit more aggressive
Oh, yeah,
and get
true.
Frost on both rows. But in an open deck list situation, that doesn't give you the benefit for your opponent to think, oh, they must be non-devotion.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe your opponent just knows you've got a brick,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't actually have the benefit, and it really hampers the benefit that Stinky was looking for.
But yeah, it could be useful to have the queen available later, right?
It can, yeah, it definitely can.
So meanwhile, we're seeing some good thinning from Dozen. quite the usual stuff. I'm expecting discard pretty soon.
Yes, it's a possibility. No coral is always sad with the new version of discard. You're very keen to try and find it, honestly, to get the extra benefit of all of these things. Mm-hmm. But as you say, there are great discard targets. Iris's companions are here, so could choose to do something else.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would imagine you're always just going to use that to grab Iris, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
A little surprised it wasn't the first play instead for Renfrey's gang to come out buffed, if I'm being honest, because every card that's discarded is another card that draws and isn't buffed.
Yeah, so that makes sense, yeah. So hello to your cat, that's completely okay.
Yeah, no worries. You know what? It did have the vibes of cat typing, I'm not going to lie. We do appreciate it.
Chat, show me your cat hats if you have them.
Yeah, if you've got a cat hat, feel free to share it here right now. Dosen doing a great job. Doesn't know the hand is bricked, and Stink did give a very aggressive Eredin here. Knows he's got the dominance, looking to get as much value as possible. The Gels is a guaranteed choice here, and it's a really good choice. If you can get a load of frost damage, jam this in round 2, you are in a brilliant situation.
I actually, when I was trying to play Frost, and I think you don't play Golden Child, because I just don't like it that much.
I mean, I love it, but I understand, like, I cut it for something else.
Yeah.
Because it put less pressure on needing to play Frost a certain way.
Definitely.
You can see the Coral has finally arrived and started doing lots of damage. Seeing her at 7 power still fills me with horror, if I'm being honest.
I get it.
Riptide.
And clearly so, that's for Stinky, because she didn't stick around. The gap is so much smaller right now, because we have... Dozen was solid 20 points ahead before Lord Riptide was played.
Ooh.
Location is a big commitment here.
It is. That kind of says to me, A, you want to take all of the extra advantage of the excess frost, which makes sense, and that the intention is to push or even try and 2-0 in round 2. Remember, this deck needs to thin and needs to be thinned for Magic Compass to work. So that, I mean, you would just jam that. You play it turn 1, here comes the Golden Child.
Here comes the Golden Child.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna see the mulligans, aka the fixing of the hand.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So Queen is gone. Yuta stayed.
Oh, it's a huge final grab though with Renfrey.
A final grab with Renfrey, as well as Rune Mage. That is really good. We have one discard card, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still very confused that Iris's companions weren't used earlier. True. Because you're not getting a great deal of value from it as it stands for Dosen. Could have had several more points on the board at least. It does have counter synergy, because if you discard a card, it loses the buff, but everything else still gains it. And yeah, not surprised at all there to see Stink get the full value of this and just drop it down.
Because it would only be losing value the longer it would stay.
Correct.
In hand, so it's good to play it now. If I'm Dosen, I was about to say I would be setting up my Rune Mage, just kind of getting ready to do what I want to do, and that is to get Renfrey down as well, right?
Pretty, man. You've got your whole leader ability. I think he might be trying to save all of it, honestly.
Yeah, you're right, because Yuta's still in hand. Yeah,
Yuta's still in hand. He does have a backup, but not necessarily what he's looking for. Doesn't have big reset value of any description without being able to use the compass. He can discard 1, he can discard 2 cards, but it's not quite, and 3 from leader, but it's not quite enough. And he just jams the Yuta for a pure 13.
You know, I respect it. It's 13 points that he didn't have before.
It makes it 13 for 6. It's busted, you know?
No, don't say these things or she'll get nerfed in the next balance counter.
Probably.
13 for 6.
Yeah,
12.
Easy. Yeah, easy. I want unconditional 21 for 10s. But Imlerith from Stinky absolutely nails this down. It's a good spot for that as well.
Was it Stinky a minute?
It was, yeah. It was for Stinky. Really, really nice use of the leader there, because Stinky's given themselves a massive, massive gap now.
And now we're seeing
Iris,
deciding.
Okay,
and
now
doing
she's
the
jumping
Iris
out.
things, obviously, because we need to thin, right?
Very much so. As now, the boosted, there you go, Scar comes out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. And you do also see just the seagull jumping back for good measure, you know.
Oh, and at one point, it could make the difference.
It's not too bad. More frost and more frost and more frost. Bear in mind, Tiernalia also hasn't been clicked yet, but we do know sensible kill on the Winter Queen because it was really problematic for Dosen if that stuck on the board.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And you want to kill her before she's boosted as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how is Dosen getting out of here, realistically?
Dosen's going, and it's a smart push because you know this deck wants its third round to have good value. Although this is the Wild Hunt is so underrated.
Oof, yeah.
That was, I think, what, 16 points there from the 4 provision bronze. People really do sleep on this card. As Renfrey is down, Wrath is available, Pride is available. Envy is probably the way, but Gluttony as well as Lust.
Ooh, so many
base copy of an enemy unit. There's nothing really great there.
Yeah.
So this is worth 8. What did he take? Move an enemy unit to the other. No. Boost an ally unit by 2. Did go for Gluttony. Okay, but it's on base power. That's not the best. But set the lowest value card to 10. Okay. Effectively, I'm expecting to see an all-in now from Stink. I think he's going to... actually, the Red Riders aren't great. You wouldn't mind passing with this hand.
Yeah, looking at it.
Has missed both Foglets with so much frost.
That's talent.
It is, honestly.
Yeah.
But just no possible way here at all for this Compass to be worth playing. Well, you probably end up grabbing Burner, maybe. But there's nothing left to discard. It's going to be a very effective 2-0 push for Stinky, I think.
Yeah,
Could be wrong.
I'm not a big believer now anymore into Dosen, but maybe, it's a magic compass. Yeah. Maybe it will do some magic.
There's not much magic it's going to be able to do here, as Dosen says, you know what? Yeah, I can't catch.
Yeah.
Dosen says, good job.
69 points for Stinky.
Respectable.
There we go.
Respectable. And of course, on red coin, how else could it possibly be? Wow. It is 1-1.
So now we're going to see Scoia'tael versus Skellige.
Yes.
Skellige on red coin. No?
Skellige, that's right, yeah. Skellige now flips to red coin, Scoia'tael goes to blue, and winner heads to the finals.
And in these finals, we have prizes for winners.
Yes, we do. There's cash prizes as well.
Cash prizes, that's really cool.
Love to
really
see
nice to see.
For first and second, actually. I believe there's a cash prize.
After this series, we're going to hear a little bit from a person from the charity that we're working with today.
Yeah.
So stick around for that. I believe they will be in chat for a little bit afterwards.
Yes.
In case you guys have any questions about the charity or anything you want to know. So they will be able to answer your questions. So that's just something you can look forward to after this match that I believe will be quite a nail-biter. Because we're having a very close and swift series here, honestly, today.
Yeah, we are. That's very true. They're not messing around. You can see in chat right now is both some more information about SOS Childrens Village, the charity that we're working with today, as well as a link to choose to donate. 170 euros already raised, which on every single euro helps. Amazingly grateful for that. Thank you so much. You can see Roaring Hillock with the current highest donation, mad respect, and the most recent one from Kerstin as well, bringing us that total.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. We are going into the final game of the semi-finals to see who our winners are going to be.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's good to be casting again.
Always good to be casting. Ha.
In case you don't know us, we're actually married.
Yeah,
don't
we're
get,
actually married,
alarmed.
and we are which is why clearly we're sat with each other. Not always something you get to see. But these days,
because I feel like sometimes we're like people who don't know us walk into our channel are like, are these people?
I mean, I think they just guess. It makes sense, right? But
there we go.
Game 3, it is 1-1. Winner goes to the final here.
Why am I seeing monsters again? Didn't the monsters just win?
Yeah.
So
we'll go back to the solo cast screen.
Yeah, let me deal with this.
Yeah, so we'll see what they're going to do about that, as that's obviously some sort of queue error on behalf of one of the players there. Has clicked the wrong button. That monsters deck should not be what you're seeing, and we will find out what is going to happen. Because yes, monsters just won, making it 1-1. Although both players are going through their mulligans. I'm not really sure why. Bless them. Do they think they need to replay this particular series? Who knows?
Dawson's like, is this a nightmare? Is
He's
it
like,
repeating?
wait a minute. Yeah, it hasn't quite sunk in for the players yet, but that's okay.
That's okay.
We'll let them do their thing for a second while that gets worked out.
Do we want to check the last deck list that we're
Yes.
supposed to be seeing?
Yes, we will. It's a good idea. So the deck list we should be seeing here is the Precision Strike list from Stinky. As that list didn't win in Game 1, it was still available. Whereas the White Frost list just won and therefore can't be played again. Seems to be a little bit of confusion of that around what is happening. So we're just letting the players, we'll let people work that out and explain what that means. But the Jackpot list is banned. For some reason, the players are actually playing it out as well, so I'm a little confused.
Do you want to watch it then?
I mean, no, it doesn't really help because when they work it out, I'm sure they'll
Stop.
get told. Yeah, so no. No.
We can watch it.
I mean, we can. I guess we can.
We might as well.
Okay, I mean, we'll show you the gameplay, but I don't think it's going to stick for much longer. This is the series they're currently playing, albeit I don't know why, unless the rules aren't standard. Which
I don't know. It seems like I have a message that they're on it, and we'll see how that is getting figured out. Maybe maybe Stinky really likes this monster list.
I mean, I like it too, but it's now not valid.
Have the list from them.
No.
Oh, the square.
No, we have. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. So yes, it's we'll find out. You know, we'll find out what's going on soon. TM.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you know, Dawson's doing a good job thinning.
Yeah, Dawson's doing their best. You know, he's playing
Relieving
as it stands.
As it stands, still playing and relieving this nightmare. Or, you know, it's like, why am I losing again? Why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
It really doesn't feel right. I, by the way, love the mode.
Yeah, the confused cat. Love to see it. So obviously we're not expecting this to be a genuine game, albeit we will see what happens. We'll just we'll go with it. We'll call it. It's not really a mulligan, but why not?
Yeah. Sure.
The door just got knocked, so
Okay,
I will
you
go and
go.
deal with that. I don't know why the door's been
Everything's
knocked.
happening today.
I know.
And now Matt has disappeared. I am the caster, chat. I am the only one. And we seem to now have a message about player being disconnected. So I think that is when we actually end and leave this game. Because like we were saying, this game should not have been happening. That sounds way more dramatic than it should have been. Like, this game should not have been happening. It really should not happen. So we will see where we go from here and what happens. But for you guys, that just means more Gwent. And I bet you guys are all here for more Gwent on Saturday night. Why not? We now seem to be in a frozen state of mind, which means that I will probably take you all the way here. It almost looks like Matt has never been here. Normally he's right here, but you can't see. Well, he's not now, so that's why you can't see him. But yeah, thank you so much, chat, so far for everybody who donated. It really does mean a lot. I love doing charity events like this. I think it's good. So if you can, again, like we've seen Kirsten just donating €10. If you can do that, that would be amazing. SOS Villages are really a good long-term charity, so they're really I'm glad that we managed to work with them. All good?
Yep, all sorted.
Yep, we leave the door open, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Did anyone have queued the wrong deck on the Gwent Tournament bingo card? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
They're still playing.
No, we had messages of disconnecting, but nobody disconnected.
Okay.
So it's live TV. Anything can happen. Exactly.
Exactly. Anything can happen over here, and you love to see it. You love to see it.
Drink.
Yeah. I know you'd like it. So yes, we are. The players hopefully are getting the message through that this is not a valid matchup that they're currently playing. Shall I just leave us on that screen, or?
I took us out because it was just this.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there are some connection errors that are happening. I'll show you instead the
donation page, maybe.
Yes. So when you click donate in chat, you're going to be greeted with this particular screen. You will see in the heart of our Gwent tournament, we're rallying support for the project SOS Education Initiatives worldwide. Your donation provides educational opportunities for children around the globe, and every contribution matters. Now, the actual donation button is in German, but thanks to the wonders of the internet, I can click translate, and it tells me that it is in fact this donate now button. Every single euro helps. The form is also in German, but do not be alarmed. Again, you can just translate. They do work worldwide, and it just so happens that we're working with SOS Children's Villages worldwide, but through the German branch, effectively, to raise this money today. You can donate any amount in euros. Anything will help. So if you can, obviously, we will be very grateful, as I'm sure will the recipients. And the beauty of this, it's all set up direct. There is no middle third party, so all of your donations go to SOS Children's Village. And as Ari was saying, they are a long-standing and well-known charity. So it is, which is nice.
So all to work with them mostly.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Game over.
Okay, so the forfeit has taken place. We're now just waiting to find out what's going to happen because that will have finished the tournament.
Yeah.
Client as well. So we just need to find out what they decided that means effectively, as it will think something else. Usually we will work that out.
They'll try to restart the match 3.
Okay.
With correct decks. Okay.
No problem. So we're just getting a reset of that. Love to see it.
It's the Gwent client. It's just the Gwent client, you know.
Things happen, Things happen.
I always find it a little strange that people can queue actually different things.
Yeah,
that
you can pick whatever you like.
I know. But whenever I played in the tournament, that always make me super nervous because I was like, what if I pick the wrong thing? And then it happens, Yeah. So it happens
Can you go
to the best of
slightly
us.
that way? Because I'm just constantly. Yeah. Thank you. Just being attacked by a wardrobe that you can't see, chat. It's all good. Yes, the client, it does its best.
Yeah.
It does its best. It tries,
We all are doing our best, and remember, chat, you are also doing your best today.
I hope so.
No, I know so.
You know so. Wow, it's amazing.
I know chat is doing their best.
Good job, chat.
Yeah.
Good job. So, obviously, this is the semi-final, the second of them. The final will also be cast here, so you don't need to go anywhere at all. Huramalka is waiting in the finals. Prior to it, though, yeah, there should be. But prior to that, we will be having someone from SOS Children's Village jump into the channel with us. We will pass them the floor for a few minutes just to explain a little bit more about the lovely work that they do before we get there. It'll also obviously give the players a brief break, ready to prepare for the finals.
Makes sense.
It
Sounds
does.
good.
It does.
Skoyatel versus Skellige.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
They don't get to choose, right?
Yeah, but who is preferred?
Well, if it were me, both.
No, they don't get.
Okay, so they actually want the opposite coins. Strangely, I think this the Skellige deck. I'll show you the Skellige deck here for Dosen. Yep. Excuse me. All of my buttons are in the wrong place. There we go. So for me, the Skellige deck here for Dosen wants to be on blue coin, but it will be coming in on red coin. For me, it prefers that because it wants that extra discard for the consistency and also the potential value that it can grab to thin quickly enough for Magic Compass. On the flip side, Stink would rather be on red coin and be reactive, but nope, he gets blue coin. Who is, I think... It comes down to whether Stink finds those Dwarven Chariots in his opening hand or not, as to how bad blue is for this precision strike list.
Okay.
But on the flip side, it's not too bad for Dosen as long as he can win round 1. If he can win round 1, he can play round 2 to his heart's delight, knowing that Magic Compass and Renfrey is a recipe for success almost always,
Makes
right?
sense, yeah. So yeah, I feel like Skellige has a little more things to do. Being on blue coin, right?
Yeah, you want to play discard early, you want the stratagem, and you're relying on it a lot more in Dosen's 26 card Renfrey deck. Love to see it. It's an interesting choice, but the beauty of these tournaments is you never quite know what you're going to see.
Yeah. And back then we would have never thought that Gwent would be 26 card game,
True, exactly.
We have a new invite.
We
new
do.
day. New dawn. New game.
It's the new game, but it's the same game. This will be game
Different
3.
decks.
Yeah, hopefully the right decks.
Yeah, not the same deck.
Yeah, so it is going to be Dosen on red coin with Stinky on blue. I will click in at 30, ready to go. Boom. This should be game 3 in the series. Hopefully, not a draw. Imagine. Let's go.
No, I'm not. I don't want to imagine.
I get it.
We have had a fair shout of issues today already. So let's not imagine anymore.
That's true. That is very true. Fingers crossed, all will go according to plan.
Yeah.
We can hope.
And we still see... I really like the Christmas shoe.
Me too, yeah. I mean, the art and the animations and the style, there is no card game like Gwent. I think we all know it. There never has been for me.
There never will be.
Yeah, I really don't think there will. But we shall see, eh? Maybe Gwent 2 will come along and show us a thing or two.
Fingers crossed, Jet.
And we are both deeply obsessed with Lorcana, but that is paper-based.
Yeah, true.
So-
Gwent 2, I'm here for it all day, every day, if it ever appears.
Now,
We are in.
ready, and the deck lists are correct. Well, the right leader abilities. Let's see.
Yeah.
The rest we can't tell you yet, but the leader abilities are correct. Let's take a look and see. Stinky has managed to find a pretty decent round 1 hand. If he can avoid the bricks with this Dwarven Chariot. On the other side, the card that Dosen's most looking for really here, it's either Iris's Companions and then Coral. So
Yeah.
one of 2 and some discard targets as well. So not the worst, honestly.
Yeah, and Coral could still join later if he chooses to only discard 1, maybe.
Yeah,
we
he's
see the
fishing
sea-
for it now. Finds the compass. You don't really want this that early, but it's not the end of the world either.
Yeah, definitely. That is an okay hand with enough. Because the one thing I don't like about the discard package is if you have nothing to discard, it just feels bad.
Yeah.
So this feels pretty okay as far as that goes. And Stinky.
Stinky has a couple of good
yeah.
proactive choices. Yeah,
Proactive
enough
choices.
dwarfs for the chariot. Opening with the chariot with this list makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So overall, Stinky will actually be pretty happy here.
Funeral Board. I love that card. The art, everything
Yeah,
about it.
It is
I
honestly.
feel like we were all really afraid of it and then didn't really do much.
No, it got a massive nerf to make it
True.
much worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's why
yeah.
I don't remember it being actually played.
It's the reason. There's a reason it's even now still being absolutely deleted, especially with discard. So it's a really tough one to say that there's a favoured player in this because a lot comes down to initial hand draw, but also getting round control. Both players probably understand that. Stinky needs to win the first round a lot. I think it's probably, ironically, more important for Dosen because he needs the 3 rounds to get value out of this Magic Compass. Oh, that's not good.
That is not good at all.
Draws the brick as well here. Very unfortunate. And in an open deck list situation, if Stinky is paying attention, they will realise when something like a burner drops.
That the roach didn't come out. So yeah, you could almost say, I think Stinky's deck is a little more flexible.
Yes.
And less reliant on what's happening in the sense. It's a brick city.
Yeah.
But you can
needs-
make it work, you know?
It can either push for a 2-0 or like a short round 3, but it likes controlling the rounds a lot, I would say. If you can take round control, but that's true in almost all of Gwent. If you can take round control away, you're in a good spot, typically.
We don't know how it went with the Maxi.
No.
That was a very quick Maxi as well.
Yeah.
We see Dozen just spinning a little more.
Staying
really
ahead.
unfortunate with the Roach, though, right?
The Roach is a real, a very difficult pull here because, and knowing the deck list that your opponent's playing as well, some of the time you'd have considered Burner to get rid of Morkvarg and your first Compass. This is an open deck list. You know your opponent runs Squirrel. You can never do that unless, you just can't.
Yeah.
It's
a chance that you don't want to take. It's an unnecessary risk in an open deck list, right?
very. But, oh, wait. Is that going to happen, though?
Ooh.
Okay, he can get rid of the Iris here instead.
Yeah, okay. Or just the Roach and just get rid of it, but that would be...
It does get rid of the... No.
What did we get rid of? The little mermaid.
The Hafru went, okay. Yes. Okay, the Hafru goes instead. You can use Iris's companions to draw any card he likes now, though, so can grab the Renfrey or the Coral. I'd probably... It's a tough choice right now, but you can see Dosen not only trying to win the round, but constantly forcing Stinky to stay in it longer than perhaps he'd like.
Yeah.
Because he's trapped uneven, effectively. I'm hoping that the player disconnect is not a permanent thing and will disappear.
We had it once already in this game, so hopefully it's just...
I'm seeing typing, though, so that doesn't fill me with horror. Oh, no. It doesn't fill me with confidence. It does fill me with horror. This might... have just ended with a DC after all of that.
That would be very sad.
Hopefully not, but I have a feeling.
Because I would love to see this play out.
Yeah, me too. The current board state, Dosen's drawn some really uncomfortable bricks, but has lots of ways to fix this hand. Stinky's hand is too good for things he'd want to commit. I think Stinky's got a hand to win the round, but lose the game. Wait. Something happened. We're back.
Seems like we're back. McDonald's Wi-Fi is stable as always. For Gwen, hopefully.
Yes.
And we're seeing the full leader from
Smart.
Stinky. Makes sense.
And probably Oak here then. No, okay, the card was played in advance. That's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, that's a bit fine.
That's okay.
And so we're seeing draw from Iris companions. Like you said, that could be Coral, that could be Renfrey.
The Renfrey's smart because it opens up your use of the leader. Dosen really keeping his foot down on this right now. Stinky does have a pass for the first time, though. At the least likely time he wants to take it, but he does have the possibility of this pass. Now, it's a difficult one because he's in a really nice position to potentially play the Oak or even use his Aneromancy for the Commander's Horn.
Yeah.
So he's now a huge number of points ahead. I understand why he's continued to play here, even though he had a pass for the first time.
Looking at Dozen, though, you don't want to play the Roach. You can't play the Magic Compass.
Yeah.
So it's Room Mage and possibly commit Renfrey, which means commit the leader.
Well, Room Mage and leader now gets him ahead, which he's absolutely fine with, because then Renfrey is a free play, and again, he's okay, right? So...
And especially with sometimes Renfrey being kind of useful over the longer time.
Yeah.
Or with cooldown or anything else, that could be really good, right?
It could be, yeah. Expecting Yuta probably hits the Grey Oak. No, goes for the 10 instead.
Oh, wow.
Just likes the Yuta as points,
Value.
it seems. And it's just enough to keep him 1 point ahead. Now, for Stinky, first Aneromancy with the opportunity to use something like a Horn. I would be very tempted to go down that route personally. It's so many points. It's exactly what he does choose to do. Again, giving him a nice size gap. But he really... you wouldn't want to commit either of these cards if you were him, though. He should have had a read on the Roach brick in hand. If he's paying enough attention to the open deck list, he should be aware of that. Yeah,
and it's the Renfrey, like you said, make absolute sense. But I'm not sure. Can Renfrey fix this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The Curse of Wrath could comfortably do it. Envy has too much armor. I didn't get a chance to read the others. cooldown 8 is actually a possibility still in this game. So what has he chosen? It's the pass. And oh, Lord, he got Spawn, which was Curse of Lust. And because whenever he passes, he gets +4, it might not look like he's ahead, but he actually is. Huge commitment from Dosen to try and win here, though.
I'm just setting up some of the technical things for talking with the people.
No
after
problem.
that.
Looking forward to it as we do have another...
Yeah,
oh,
so
no.
just we're ready in case we want to jump in it.
Yeah. Now, for Stinky, it does have Simless into backup plans, which is a really nice option.
Backup plan.
That is literally the backup plan. Doesn't go for it, though. Instead, takes the Zoltan Warrior. Okay, goes up to 69 points. Interesting choice. And,
Seems to be the
okay,
number of choice for Stinky. Twice
big
already.
commitment. The Mahakam Pass is played as well, and that is a huge commitment. Dosen not going to be able to fight back against that now.
Yeah, and Dosen takes the pass, keeps a card up. Makes sense. Phil fixed that roach finally, but
Yes.
it will be difficult for Dosen, perhaps? Because Dosen really wants full 3 rounds, right?
Well, no, for Dosen, he doesn't need the full 3 rounds. He just needs the game to have 3 rounds in it.
Yeah.
And that now...
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, if there isn't a push here, Dosen's very happy. But with the hand that I can see, I would be inclined to push and try and 2-0 right now.
Oh,
if I
okay,
were if I was Stinky, this is absolutely what I would do.
And we see
Smart, yeah.
the engine come down, makes sense, because there's Dennis in hand, there's Simless. That's a nice hand for Stinky.
It really, really is here. He can thin his deck ever so slightly further, Dosen, which makes sense. We are going to see Simless. It's got to be into the Armor Smiths.
Makes sense.
Really great position, and he's looking for that 2-0. This could really come off here.
Okay, so what are we... Depends what we see from the draw as well. For
Yes,
Dosen.
very much, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, remember, Roach also thins through.
Finally.
Yeah, so the tempo is there, but you're looking at a massive amount of points here that Dennis is going to be able to jam.
And then the heat wave, because even if it's Utah, the
yeah.
14 points for Dosen, the heat wave is
he might
quite-
not get it. You wouldn't give that right now. You'd always play the thinning, so the heat wave's only a 6, and there's
True.
nothing left for you after that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're seeing
Yeah, sensible discard here.
this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Stinky, you still take it, right? You've got to read that you're assuming...
Oh, it's
a tough one, honestly.
Because it's such a valuable card, and you're not really seeing the value. I would be tempted to get rid of the Funeral Boat. Just to do. I'm not sure if it's getting any more value. I don't think so necessarily.
I think you need the
Dosen.
most points, honestly.
would just go
just
for
go
Axel,
for the
yeah.
Axel. Here's the thing: you'd be looking through the deck list right now and saying, well, if you've got Utah and she's 13 points, 14 if you're paying attention. Well, actually, there's no one card that does this for you right now. And takes the pass. Really nicely read here, because I would say that means Dosen might actually struggle either way.
You think?
Yeah, he's got to play the bird,
The bird needs to come out.
but going for the compass.
Okay.
He does manage to hit
The Utah.
the Utah, which makes sense. It's just a pure 14, so he is going to get out here. But now he's going into the next round, not one card down. Thankfully, of course, the rent-free ability saves him.
And the boat wasn't doing a lot as well, because 3
Yeah.
things were discarded. So yeah, it worked.
However, he only has 2 cards to draw, so he isn't keeping his card. He is still a card down, but that card is Magic Compass. Now, it does have a lot of power. The opponent doesn't have a lot left,
No.
but Stinky in a much better spot.
Still 2 backup plans, which are really good. So
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not upset about that if I was Stinky. We're just gonna see
Squirrel for nothing.
things that we can play as Dosen now, right?
Yeah, and going for as much as possible. It takes the 6 points. Does give 2 targets for the for this though.
Which is nice.
Not too bad. However, the compass, is he going to lippy here? Surely not. So,
What we got? Because it can't be lippy.
oh god, he's neutral.
It's rent-free.
Oh, it's rent-free. Oh lord.
Is it? No, it can't be Shoop.
Can't be Shoop.
What is it?
It can just be Regis.
Oh my
for
god.
19 points.
The options.
Of course, I completely. Honestly, Uma might be the play.
Uma.
Okay, goes for Yen Illusionist, which I don't quite think is going to do it, but it is a really smart grab, because this will also spawn and do some damage.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the 19-point read just plays into the heat wave you know your opponent has, so he's trying to split it. Oh, he was looking for the damage. Didn't find any bombs here. Is he going to be able to pull this off? Surely not, right?
That is wild. Okay, I really like that because I forgot for a second that we're neutral as Renfrey.
Yeah, me too. I'd completely forgot that. Yes.
Okay, so Seagull comes down.
Yeah, and it's not going to be enough.
Not gonna be enough, even with the Renfrey.
It's so close.
So close here.
Oh, it's agonizingly close, but Stinky takes it.
Wow. Good job, Stinky.
And Stinky has made it through here. Wow, fair play. Good job, Stinky. So Dosen just falls short, but nonetheless has done their best.
Yeah. Good job, both of them. So right now, you need to go to the server.
Okay.
So right now, we have just seen the semifinals. Our players will be getting ready for the final, and we have.
Yes.
And the other player, I know.
Kura.
Yeah, we. So good, guys. To now get ready. Leave the stream. Kinda ready. You can't hear me. Oh god, I see. I was too far, probably.
How's that?
I don't know, because stuff keeps happening. Yeah, sorry.
Hopefully the audio's okay now.
Should be fine now. But, because you...
I just
Yeah,
it changed itself.
Sorry.
How's that?
The setting changed for us for some reason. So about that. Either way, how to... So that... Okay, we have like
The audio keeps
we have
changing.
a button. Okay.
Watch. So talk now.
Blah 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 blah, and now it will disappear. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
it thinks you're too
snoozing.
loud. So as a result, it quietens down. I don't know why. It does
Okay.
it all the time.
So either way, I will just be very very close to the microphone for now, and hopefully it goes away when we're out of the meet. So our two finalists, get ready, and we will be back with you pretty soon. And before we're back with you, and I keep talking to this microphone very very close, we will talk to a person from the SOS Villages,
Yes.
which is the charity that we're working on with today. And we have a person called Rumbi that will talk to us. So what will happen now? We have a Google Meets ready. And we will enter the Google Meet, say hi to Rumbi,
Yeah.
and then they have prepared 3 to 5 minutes of something for you. We'll probably have to put the volume up a lot for the browser,
Yeah.
so that they can actually hear
do what I can.
what Rumbi is saying, and we'll be quiet, and we'll probably go away as a camera as well.
Yes,
So
we
just
will.
so you guys know what's happening, and then we'll show you how to donate after that video is done. Yeah.
So we're gonna try getting that sorted now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and set this up. You're gonna need to be. We're gonna need this so we can hear. Yeah. Oh, you can. That just gave you a glimpse. The background. Hello.
Hello.
Perfect. We can hear you all.
We can. I will make it so that chat can see everybody. And I'm just gonna see if I can hero you. Doesn't seem to let me hear. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Spotlight. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Spotlighted the wrong.
Oh no.
Let me-
Sorry about that.
Let me.
We'll fix.
So yes. And hello, lovely to meet you.
I know you can't see us, but that's because we're live, and it only really allows us to have camera in one place. So
Yeah.
apologies about that. We will let you know when speak. Really appreciate the time you've taken for this means a lot. Can
Thank you.
Juliana, if you mute.
No, I'm not mute.
No, you're not mute, yeah. Keep speaking to you as a spotlight.
Oh, okay. I'm muting.
Yeah, okay. Again, if I child. So, okay.
I think we're as good as we.
Yeah. Okay, so, hello, it's lovely to meet you.
All right. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you, Lionheart and your wife, and everybody else that's in the room. Thank you to everybody for joining us today for this charity tournament in honor of our organization. I'm Rumbi. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I'm living and working in Munich for SOS Childrens Villages worldwide. And since our goal today is to raise funds for educational initiatives for our organization, thank you so much for the money that's already been raised so far. I will share a bit about the education initiatives undertaken by SOS Childrens Villages, initiatives that are transforming lives and shaping futures in over 100 countries. I think we're in 138 countries currently. And yeah, at SOS Children's Villages, education does not begin and end in the classroom. It begins in the family. And that is why most of our work focuses on supporting struggling families to ensure that their children get access to education. So that means we support a lot of families in rural communities where educational resources are scarce. And we not only give them access to quality education, but we actually also encourage the children to discover their passion through out-of-school activities and several career guidance services that we offer in the communities where we are present. And of course, we are also present in urban areas, not just in the rural areas. And in the urban areas, we often find that we have a lot of children there who really are faced with the harsh realities of poverty. And there we establish learning centers because these are really key, because many of the children living in poverty are often forced to work instead of going to school, or they are forced to work after school to support their families. And of course, if you have to work after school, that hardly leaves time for you to do your homework, for example, or to do any recreational activities. So that is why we also have these learning centers in urban areas, so that we can minimize the probability of children having to work, or that they have resources in case they have to work, so that they don't really miss out on other activities as well. And in some communities where we work, we still have girls who are not allowed to go to school. So in those communities, we do a lot of awareness raising so that really no one gets left behind. Of course, it's not always easy, but we always strive to make sure that where we find inequalities, we work together with communities to minimize them. And as you've heard from the few examples I've mentioned, our work really does extend beyond the conventional classrooms. And in some regions where vocational skills are essential for economic empowerment, for example, we run hands-on training programs, which train the young people to become skilled carpenters, for example. And this only, of course, leads them to support themselves with the job, but they can also, of course, contribute to the prosperity of their families and, of course, their communities where they are based. And we also have digital education, which is a given in this part of the world where we live in, but it's not always a given in many of the communities where we are active. So in most of the communities where we go to, we build digital hubs, for example, to enable the children to access digital education, because I think you can also agree with me that digital education has become a standard prerequisite for most jobs in the world. So if you want to get a job in the future, you must be able to use a computer, for example. And we try to make sure that we equip young people and children in certain communities where we are active, so that they are also equipped to get a job in the future. And of course, we also offer scholarships for the academically gifted young people in the communities we support, so that they can attend university in various countries around the world. The young people decide for themselves what they wish to study, and we support them with financial and psychosocial support for the entire duration of their studies. And I'm happy to say or to share with you that I'm also a recipient of such a scholarship. Of course, that was 20 years ago. And that is how I moved to Germany. And I can only testify to the impact such an opportunity can have on one's life. And what is key for us as SOS Children's Villages is that we always strive to give this holistic support to the children and young people that we support. Because the end goal is for the people and children that we support, that they're able to sustain themselves and make a positive contribution in their communities and in the world. We have existed for a long time, 75 years now, and we have the expertise in this area. So we, of course, do not do this on our own. While our office is based in Munich and it focuses mainly on fundraising, we send the money to the countries so that these countries can personally implement these activities and help the young people. And of course, in each country where we work with local partners, we work with local staff. For us, this is very important because it is the local people who understand the local context and are best equipped and best placed to help the young people that we actually want to help. And of course, we have policies and codes of conduct in place to ensure that the funds that we send over are used for the purposes that they are intended for. And of course, we have existed this long because of partners, friends, donors who have chosen to join hands with us to give children and young people a chance to unlock their potential. And I hope we at SOS Children's Villages Worldwide hope that all of you will join us or will continue, since a lot of you have already donated so far, to join us on this quest by donating today and helping us to continue the important work of providing education to those who are most in need. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. And yeah, looking forward to more from your side. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. It's really, really amazing to hear great work that's done, not just as you out such time. It's an incredible cause, one that we're so happy to be able will be able to help us a little bit more, and the more they can, the better it will be. You mentioned you're around for questions, so if people do have any in chat, then of course they can feel free to ask away. Really, really appreciate you, and thank you for making the time as well.
Thank you for hosting.
Anytime, anytime. We will let you go. Jump into the chat whenever you like, and hopefully we can raise some money for charity as well.
All
Have a
right,
good
thank you so
evening.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So,
Welcome back.
hello everyone. Hopefully the microphone on our side will begin to behave now. It doesn't like being in multiple places. It now hates your chair too.
That's fine. Hating my chair is fine, but yeah, the microphone hates when we're in Google Meet as well as in our stream. That's why we're cutting out. Really apologize for that.
Yeah.
We have come through.
We have, yes, indeed. So we're now at 195, the current donation total. Anyone fancy rounding it up, trying to make it up to 200? Obviously, that would be great as well. Really, really powerful to hear the great things that a charity can do over so many years. It's the kind of thing that we all wish we lived in a world where this wasn't necessary. But the fact that there are people, I know. The fact that there are great, like people out there, charities trying to do their best to give the best for people is good. I love the way that they do it. They work and make sure the money goes to the countries locally to deal with the problems or support at very least is really, really great.
Yeah, I am a horrible person when it comes to these things because I'm always so easily touched by things that I just get, super emotional. Can you show how to donate while I deal with our finalists, yeah? Yeah,
that's fine. Well, they're already ready to go, our finalists, so it's already queuing even. I will show you all exactly how you can do that right now. If you type !donate in chat, you will be greeted with this screen here. Be charitable for education. This will help support the educational needs of children in different places around the world, which is fantastic. As was quite rightly pointed out, honestly, in the world we live in, education towards a future is more important now than I think it's ever been, and you can help. Now, this button here, Jetzt spenden, is German. You can choose to translate if you like, and of course it does just mean donate now. If you click through, again, I'm translating because my German is not good enough. You will be able to help with the donation, the fundraiser. There are set amounts as recommendations, but you can donate any amount here. We're at 195. It would be amazing to get up to 200 if we can. Your name, any comment you'd like us to read out, and then your choice of methods to pay and go a little bit further through. It really is a fantastic cause. !SOS to learn all about the different ways that they help people all around the world. So that is where we are. That is what is happening. And that's what this Gwent tournament is in aid of. The team at Be Charitable have worked to put this together with SOS Childrens Village. So all in all, some fantastic causes.
Indeed. And Rumbi will be in the channel for the next about 15 minutes. So if you guys have any specific questions about the charity or what they do, please ask her. Because I think it's great that she made the time to be here with us. So make sure that if you have anything to ask, you do that.
Definitely. Well, we will now jump into some Gwent.
Yeah.
I need to set some things up, so I'll accept this.
Yeah.
I'll need this screen as well. My apologies. But I will...
It's fine. They can still see Gwent.
They can see Gwent. You can't.
It's okay.
Is the problem. But let's try and set this up. Oh, Lord.
Just put it there, darling.
Yeah, okay. They can still see Gwent. We'll do our best, chat. We'll do our best, and I will be as quick as I can here setting this up, because the final now is... Hura Malka.
Versus Stinky. You've seen Stinky's decks. We'll have a look at Hura Malka's decks in the second break, I imagine, because this break was used to have a look, to talk to SOS charity people, which makes sense. So we're just setting up all of these things up here, so you have, you can see what's happening, and who has won, who hasn't. Like, I have the info that Rumbi is already in chat, so if you guys have any questions, really ask now. I know, you know, I've always, like, wondered things, like, I've never really worked, I work for non-profit, but not for charities, even though it sometimes feels like that. But if you have anything you want to ask, if you're curious about something, go ahead and ask. Yeah? Yeah,
I'm not sure how I'm queuing when no bans have been made. I think this actually has been cancelled.
Okay. I haven't heard anything. We can have a look at Hura Malka's decks then, please.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll take you into the deck lists for now, and if anything changes, we will let you know. Because Hura is our other player going into the finals. You will have seen them over on Moshcraft's stream when Mosh and Lemon were casting, and Hura made it through with these three lists. Starts off, it's a favorite, or at least it's an old memory. It is Guerrilla Tactics Harmony Shiru. Even a sneaky Powell Bourgeois / Pavko Gale in there as well. It's a long round kind of deck. It loves winning round one with Saskia and then just pressing you into submission. Does of course have the late Guardian as well.
Okay, which is a good way to be able to get a lot of points in that situation, right? Yeah,
very much so. It's all about the build-up. It can be a 2-0 deck. It does also have a decent short round as well. So that is the Guerrilla Tactics Harmony. The next one, it's Renfrey Vampires, and it's an interesting, a little bit more aggressive version, sensible for a tournament, I would say. Obviously non-devotion, but you can see OG Gary, Geralt of Rivia is in there, alongside Riptide as well. So two different ways to bop, and Adora Grey for the lock. Love to say, I know.
Oh, you're rhyming today. Yeah, look at him go.
I've got them rhymes, chat. I've got them rhymes. An interesting list. Probably one of the better ways that vampires can try to still shake it up. Unfortunately, devotion isn't really an option for vampires, in my opinion. Don't hate to see this version. And last, but definitely by no means least, a list I really like and tried out a lot at the beginning of the season. It's Hidden Cache in Search of Forgotten Treasures. But this one, it is the Igor spam with Townsfolk. I adore this list. Regulars will know that you were trying to badger me to play this for a long period of time. And curiously, only one set of 4 provision thinning, so not so worried about the free thinning for Hura. Has just decided 1 is enough and is running what I believe might be the worst card to have been put in the last drop, Mercenary Contract. I don't know if there was a change of any sort to it, but, well, we'll get to see it again. In fact, it's the first time I've ever seen anyone play the card, so very interested to see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay, and Stinky, we've seen a round already now. I'm curious to see if Syndicate gets banned again or not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The jackpot list.
Yeah, because we haven't seen that yet. We've seen quite a lot of Frost, so it would be nice to get a little more variety. What do you think?
I mean, I would still ban jackpot if I'm being honest. The mid-range, the strength, it's just so much. It's so much value. It's so much mid-range. It's good in a short round. It's good in a long round. It's petrifying if you're facing it on red coin, but on blue coin it can just as easily swat you away. While Frost is very powerful, it's also very beatable. You just need to take round control effectively. So for me, it would be jackpot that goes, and you would try and take your chances against the other 2. But we did see Stinky play them very well.
Yeah, we did. So
we shall see.
Curious to see. Do we have the bands now?
I will find out to see if the bans have come through.
Okay.
They have indeed come through, and they are different.
So we will see the jackpot, and the White Frost has been banned since I called it.
It
No
has.
more White Frost. And for Huramalka, it won't be the Horde, the hidden cache.
That's a shame.
It's a shame, but I'm really curious to see the Guerrilla Tactics and the Blood Scent, honestly.
Yeah, well, you'll get to see some more Squirtle. That always makes you
that's
happy.
always good, yeah.
But we have the bans, but we don't have the coin just yet. That will come through shortly. We'll find out who is on red and who is on blue.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be much longer before we have that information. In fact, we have it right now. Hura is starting on blue coin.
Could that be a Vampire's time then? Or would you rather take the Squirtle?
Honestly, either is fine. For Hura, they're very versatile on both sides. I wouldn't hate either here. It would come down to what I thought Stinky was going to do. I think Stinky will start with White Frost. Having 2 shots at red is...
Stinky can't start.
Oh,
with
no,
White
that's
Frost.
true. Okay, never mind then. Stinky absolutely starts with Precision Strike.
Okay.
But red coin is definitely Stinky's favourite for the lineup they've brought, so they will be pretty happy with the way that has gone.
Let's go in.
Let's go in. I will tinker and get those bans in place.
And meanwhile, we had another 25
Hey!
euros.
We did indeed. I've seen some more come in. Thank you so much for that. We will take a quick look to see
15, sorry.
who is responsible for the extra.
My math is not right.
Let's have a look. Okay, I can't see the screen at all. My eyes.
I can't see anywhere.
It is Candy Andy. Thank you so much for that. And okay, that's gone again. It gives me a chance to put these bands in anyway.
Yeah.
No problem.
So maybe we go back to solo screen.
Not while I'm doing
first?
this.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, true.
No, I need this screen.
Thank you so much for that donation. That means a lot. Really super
Yeah.
appreciate it. That is amazing. 210 euro is great.
That's incredible, honestly. We're very, very grateful. It's always nice to try and raise some money for a good cause, and every single euro helps, ultimately.
It is,
Everything, anything that anyone can do, if it's €5, doesn't matter what it is, we really, really appreciate the support that you guys are able to provide. We know it's difficult for a lot of people right now, but every little really does help.
Yeah, and like we've seen Rumbi talk about, or heard, not seen and heard.
Oh, seen and heard, yes.
It's things like these that really change somebody's life.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yes.
I will get emotional. It's horrible how easily I cry, but it's things that we take for granted, like education, access to education,
Basic safety.
basic safety, but even having choice over who you are and who you want to be in your life. And some people don't have that, and I think being aware of that, being aware of that, and therefore being able to support these charities is really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's it's nice to be able to bring some awareness to a very, very long-standing charity in SOS Childrens Village. As you will have heard, they're around for 75 years now.
75 years, jeez.
That's a very, very long time, and doing some amazing work throughout. So it's nice to be able to support them in any little way that we can, and with your help, of course, at home. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Looks like we are now having Vanishing Aria and Spinning Shoop cards as the finals are about to get underway.
Spinning them together.
Was there a message from Andy?
No message
Okay,
from
no
Andy.
message from Andy, just good vibes. You know what? Good job, Andy. If you're in chat, feel free to partake in a cheeky little clap with everybody.
I'm not clapping too hard, so we don't deafen you, you know?
Yeah, that's true. We're doing our best to keep you guys, involved. Love to see it.
Love to see it. Okay, I think we need to also get involved.
Oh yeah, we're
in
going to
the-
summon it now. If you at home could also get involved in the rotational stirring, that'd be great.
Don't get dizzy.
Yeah, that's it. Come on, you can do it. Just.
You need to show your hand. It's not
Oh no, we're not. Wait, I'll start. Ready?
Yeah? Wait, no.
No, wait. Go.
Where?
What do you mean where? In a circle. It's working. It's okay. Apparently that we weren't in sync, chat. We weren't in sync.
It's not happening. Today, it's not happening.
It's not. Lots of new folks jumping in the chat. It's really nice to see and meet you all. My name's Lionheart. This is my lovely wife, Ghost Aria, who is
Hello.
also a streamer. We aren't as attentive to chat as normal because we are casting a Gwent event, but also trying to raise some money for charity as well. Another 10 has just come in. We're very, very grateful for that as well. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. And Jilson, no question, but really cool what they do for kids. I absolutely agree. It's okay if you guys don't have any questions, that just happens. But if you ever do, feel free to either type them in now or reach out to SOS Charities later. I'm sure they would be happy to answer them.
Completely.
Yeah, so we had another donation. That is amazing. You guys are absolutely rocking this.
You are.
You're doing so much better than the Gwent Tournament client, you know?
Yes, the Gwent Tournament client is falling through, but the Gwent community never does. And au revoir, thank you so much for the 10 euros.
Means
really,
a lot.
it's really, really good. They were aiming at 150 for this event. We have smashed through that, which is really nice to
have
see.
smashed it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Great job.
And yeah, and it's really nice to see the Gwent community coming together. So yeah, we can't be disbanded. That's just the way it works. The charity, in fact, Joker, I can give you some information. SOS. This one is raising money for children and helping support children's education in areas of the world where it is by no means a given that is available. The charity and the organisation themselves have been around for 75 years, providing not just access to education, but healthcare and safety all over the world. It seems on every continent and in pretty much every corner of the world as well. Really, really nice. We were lucky enough to chat to, you can see Rumu in the chat earlier, who actually works for the charity as well.
Works and once he was the recipient of the scholarship by the charity. So really like a full circle.
Yes.
I can't imagine how unreal that feels to be able to then help other kids go through the same thing. So Joker, if you have any questions about the charity furthermore, the person who messaged the message above you can definitely answer them. We're doing our best with that too.
Absolutely.
Or check the website. Really appreciate all of you guys donating today.
We do, genuinely. We're just waiting for the Gwent client to decide to allow both of the players and us in for this. I'm going to put us back so that you get to see our lovely faces, because clearly you don't get that enough, And let you see us. It also allows you to see the wonderful job you've all been doing as well. And as soon as the Gwent client decides to behave, I promise you we'll bring you some Gwent.
220 euro is amazing.
Good job.
We have had the massive donation 50 euro by Rorik Hillock.
Good job,
but
Hillock.
a lot of 15, 10, 20, all of that, If you think about it, with the prices that they are now, 10 euro is like one coffee and maybe a cookie.
With a cookie, yeah.
A cookie and a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I would say one less cookie and a coffee and 10 euro for a charity, that counts for great karma for the rest of the year.
It's good energy. It's good energy into the universe,
Yeah.
It really is.
For a good cause. This really is. I really want to shout it out. I know we were a little paranoid about it. we know the link is in German,
Yeah.
and it makes you donate in German. But don't worry, it's legit.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not it's not a scam.
You've seen lots of people in the community do it, us included.
Yeah.
And obviously you've seen the link go through. Just Google Translate is your friend if you don't happen to be German based or able to understand German. So
it's
do
just
not worry.
this specific branch of SOS Children Villages is based in Germany, and we're also working with Be Charitable people who are also based in Germany.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Which
it was
now
just set
reminds
up
me
that way.
we should have wore the little bees.
Yeah, well, they're key rings.
Oh yeah, that's now. Because I remember them being metal, and I
Yeah,
thought we
yeah.
could wear them. Never mind. So we are still spinning, and now our tournament game has been cancelled. So we're restarting the whole thing.
Yeah.
Shall we check the decks once more?
Yeah, we can take another quick look at the decks just to show you the two players that are coming into this starting off. It is Stinky. Stinky is on red coin but does not have access to this White Frost. That, of course, means that Jackpot might cash in. Hey, au revoir. Thank you so much for that donation. Really appreciate it. Amazing job.
Super mega appreciate it.
So Jackpot will be coming out, and it's one of the most powerful lists these days. The amount of sheer oppressive point slam that it has, but also access to removal with poisons, Muriel's Horson Jr. It's a scary one. It really is. Hey, Hillock, you know what? That's a pretty great trade, and you've done wonderful things with such a donation, genuinely. It's hard to quantify what that could mean to someone. Every single euro has a chance of making a real difference, so a donation like that is genuinely very, very well appreciated, I'm sure.
Really appreciate it.
But yes, the other list that's available for Stinky is this Precision Strike list. Remember, White Frost not available and is indeed banned.
Yeah.
What about the opponent who starts on blue coin?
Let's have a look. Some nice Scoia'tael action that I'm always here for. You know, harmony with Cheeky Pavko.
Yes,
remember
Borgia.
Pavel Borgia,
Yes,
yeah.
the legend, the man himself, Pavel Borgia. Sadly, his quiver of leaks may be empty, but he still lives on.
And that's how it should be.
Of course.
So that I'm really excited to see it. Something a little different than we've seen in the semifinals. Next up, Bloodsend, Breaches, Renfrey.
Yeah, Renfrey
It's
Vampires.
interesting though. Yeah, it's Renfrey Vampires with like a sprinkle of something else.
Well, it's Renfrey Vampires with a tiny bit of control.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the way Monsters decks now almost exclusively run Mordred, because he's just great end of game, 0 setup required point slam. Obviously Vampires wants Regis, and the two of those together make for a brilliant Renfrey deck anyway, if you can grab the right combination of Renfrey.
Yeah, true.
Now, are we ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Hello, Bassaside, my friend. Lovely to see you.
Let's go in.
Let's see. Will third time be the charm?
And maybe yes.
Let's find out.
I don't know what Bassasai was trying to fix.
I think pairing one of them over to Stream Elements. Joker, spending your time here, integrating, reading the website and being familiar with it is also a great way to support a charity, whether that's sharing things on social media, so to direct other people to it, and just being aware of it is a massive step forward as well. So
Really appreciate
yeah,
it.
you can support with your time instead of your money in so many ways, and just engaging with this is really great. So really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We really do.
Okay, we're spinning.
We're spinning again. The client is absolutely determined not to give us a final here.
Okay, we're doing it?
We're going to try
Are
and
we in-
chat summoning circle. Come on. Final. Come on. We can do it.
You're really into this today, huh?
We're going to do it. Look, you know.
No.
So the Gwent client is not behaving in any demonstrable way. We may just have the two players on for a game of rock, paper, scissors to determine the winner at some stage. Kamen Nuski Papier
In check, by
in
the
check.
way.
That's probably something similar to rock, paper, scissors.
You said it well.
Ah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
you said it well.
Yeah, I've been practicing, you see. I've been practicing. But hopefully we will genuinely have something for you coming up very, very shortly. Oh, the player needs to update their Gwent.
Oh no. Okay, I think the Gwent client wants more folks to donate by prolonging the finance. That
Yes.
could be it.
Smart.
That could be it.
What?
Okay.
I'm just jumping us out of there because one of the players seems to have an error with their
Yes.
Gwent client.
So they seem to have to update the game.
They need to come out of Gwent, whatever they're using, whether it's GOG, Steam, they need to right-click and try and update. If it won't update, they need to verify their files. But that gives me a little bit more time to talk to you wonderful individuals now, doesn't it? Let me show you exactly what the donate page looks like if you end up deciding that you are able to support. You will drop into here. No problem. Thank you so much, Rumbi. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Rumbi.
I hope you have a wonderful evening, and thank you for all the hard work you've put in as well.
They're on mobile.
That doesn't make any sense. Because there isn't an update for mobile.
Yeah.
They should close the app down and try again.
Yeah.
So this is the landing page that you will see, and of course this is the Gwent Tournament that is being supported. It's the education initiatives worldwide that your money will go to support. Now this is in German because the branch of SOS Childrens Village that we're working with is based in Germany, as well as Be Charitable, who have helped put all of this together. Absolutely lovely bunch. I, of course, translate when I get there, just so I know what I'm reading, and so that I can find the lovely Donate Now button. When I click it, well, I know Ihr Name probably means, my name, but just in case I'm extra English, I will translate as well. These are the details you fill in, and genuinely, any amount, whether it's €5, any amount is really great. So that's what it's going to look like when you get in there. We are just waiting to try and get the game working for our players. So as soon as we do, we will bring you in. But now you can see us instead, as the tournament game is just determined not to begin right now.
I think it's never been worse.
Although I don't actually think it's the client in this instance.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a challenge nonetheless.
It's a Gwent challenger, you would say.
Always. Hey, we've got lots of technical difficulties practice, but we do appreciate it, We do appreciate it.
We're doing our best here,
Always trying hard,
Oh, yeah.
Always trying hard.
We're doing our best.
Definitely.
Hey, I didn't even disappear this time.
No, the top of your head did, briefly. Very briefly, the top of your head vanished, but it feels like the lighting's trying. I don't understand why, if I turn, I just lose, part of my face look. It's like,
Oh, that's creepy. That is...
Yeah, so it doesn't really know what to do with that, but the camera is, you can see I'm looking at the camera over there. It's pointed directly at Arya. And yet, you could see the cat hat in the background behind your chair. If you move quick enough, cat hat.
There we go.
Love to see it, love to see it. So we are just waiting through for that. We are into the finals. The two players in the final have already earned themselves a cash prize. It's just
True.
which way it gets split. There's $60 for them. One of them will be 40, one of them will be 20. They are trying to work out who gets what.
Or maybe they're styling on purpose so each can take 30.
Oh, genius.
No, that would be 40 and
No, you got it right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're here. Now I have another invite.
Oh my god.
Is this
I don't
invite
want more
gonna be the
invites.
invite? Come on.
I don't want more invites. I just want game.
I just want to play some Gwent. Or watch some Gwent. I just want Gwent.
That's the whole community now.
Pretty much, honestly, that's Gwent 101. We just want Gwent.
And we wanted Gwent always, yeah.
Gwent then, now, always, forever.
I think, it will be like Witcher 5 game, and there will be Gwent fans still coming in. Where Gwent?
Gwent when? Fancy a round of Gwent.
20 years from now, we'll be there at CDPR, because, we're in.
Oh my word, there's actually
go.
Gwent.
I started talking about horrible things, and it was like, okay, Ariane needs to stop talking.
Okay, fine, we'll let you in. And as we go in, it is going to be Squirtle on blue, not overly surprised. Oh, very aggressive from Stinky. Taking Jackpot on red is absolutely looking here to win this on even. Does need to remember to mulligan the Seductress because there's only one for the Madam Serenity Slam, which if he chooses to use it on red is quite certain to be a problem.
Yeah.
Hura, though, good hand with poisons available. Oh, there she is.
Saskia's amazing. With the poisons in hand, also good. So you don't want them summoned through Saskia, right?
No, you don't.
That is good to have. That is looking quite nice.
Honestly, it could be a lot worse than that. I'm expecting probably just a Saskia slam early. It's a difficult one when you pair with the poisons, as you say, because you can still grab them. It's really not ideal.
Yeah, because obviously Saskia summons, she doesn't play. So whatever gets summoned will not use the deploy ability. But Chameleon is nice.
Chameleon's great because, of course, it keeps changing with every passing turn. So a really nice start there for Hura. And this list doesn't currently have a way to deal with the immune Saskia on board. It does run a brawler, but no brawler in sight.
Yep.
Arya's just running away here, as we see. Really nice from Hura, giving the tempo, staying ahead, and buffing.
Makes sense.
It does. Not choosing to click just yet on this Chameleon, though, as we see.
Ooh, and we see... Makes sense, because you could be tempted to poison the Chameleon, but that doesn't make sense, because he goes away, and you would lose that poison. We see more and more engines and more harmony coming down.
Yeah, you do. This is now a machine, which as a result gives us a dwarf, protects you from summoning a dwarven chariot, but the only one available is in hand anyway. So not the end of the world. Will Stinky decide to try and compete with this? Because it is a lot of tempo. Is he just going to say, actually, you know what? I'm not worried. Is he going to just double thin? Which is probably what I would do here.
Yeah.
If you're giving Madame Serenity, it's the perfect moment right now to do so. And that would... Hura then likely just passes, and I think that's the problem for Stinky. He's trying to say, I want you further into this round if we're going to play this game.
Okay, we see thinning instead, also makes sense.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen these cards around, honestly, but that's the recent changes.
The recent changes, trust me, you'll see them everywhere now, as we've just had another €25 donation from Sanaya. Thank you so much. That's 245. We're now nearing double the goal that the team set. Oh, a bit of a misplay there from Hura. Should have clicked the Chameleon first because it was a machine, did not proc any of the harmony there. But Sanaya, thank you for that. They'd set a €150 goal and we're already at 245. So
that's
really
amazing.
Appreciate that. Great job. Nearly doubling what they were hoping to raise today. Which is really great.
I am so much close to tears. It's horrible. I feel like I'm the worst person to do these things because I'm always so touched.
I know.
Thank you guys. Good. I really do appreciate it. It's great to see good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it's great to see good people doing good things.
Very much so. And now Junior drops down, and a lovely spend to get rid of that underutilized Chameleon with a poison still available on the board as well. Stinky, feeling pretty confident, is a little greedier, not choosing to use Madame, because the only time you want that at this stage for Stinky is thinking, if I'm committing it, I want to be ahead when I commit it on even, so that it's really worth not just winning the round, but dominating the round effectively as well. So, are you going to see Hura progress and finish this off right now? Continues, goes just for the pure damage. Again, no harmony. Saskia, what does she have left to pull? There is a Treant available on the least side, so still a possibility of a thin.
Not great harmony value. We haven't really, right?
No, not so. I mean, this, if for Hura, is a decent pass.
Yeah.
Hura now in a situation where if they choose to pass, they're already ahead by 9, which puts them ahead by 12 as a result. On a pass, Saskia will thin again, and that's a little bit tougher to catch without commitment, but round control is everything in modern Gwent.
Must win round 1.
Pretty much. Honestly, the must win round 1 mentality.
Win round 1.
It comes from real things, you know? It comes from real things. And, yeah.
You wake up on midnight and they ask you a question and you go, must win round 1. And that's what we're seeing here, the worry of not winning round 1.
Yeah, and going for that instead.
Nice tin.
Nice. The Chameleon, of course, all of this does help build up. The Big Owl Late Guardian is at 7. You would certainly want that closer to 20 in reality if possible, but a long way to go just yet.
We haven't seen Madame Serenity drop down yet.
I think we're about to. It is going to lose a coin for playing it so much later, but couldn't do it another way. Does double thin and get all of those coins back. Junior could spend, but can only spend to be level. And then buff. There's an argument to kill, and this will just miss the boost because it's jackpot.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we gotta see it.
he's going for the tie instead. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Does he take the draw here?
It's an interesting thing to do, because then...
I wouldn't.
Because you don't give so long to Harmony to develop their engines, and I would genuinely,
I don't like it.
attempt.
See,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I would
No.
probably play because the coin flips. So put
Okay.
Stinky on blue against Harmony, but has all of Harmony's key cards aren't there. So I think I would also have played here.
Makes sense. Maximizes the coin, because that is a carryover. Even though if it gets halved, that's
Correct.
still good.
Yeah, very much so. A lot committed, but more so from the person who won it. Yeah, long round. You don't want a long round against Harmony. I expect to see a pretty deep bleed, aiming for a short round, maybe with Siggy and the jackpot leader ability paired. You need to get that leader ability out. You're always trying to play around Shiru
Yeah.
and things like that, so...
A lot to play around, lots to be ready for here, right?
Yes. Oh, and there's Yargo, though. You need...
Show us Yago.
So, Captain Yargo, often mistaken for a Zeracanian emissary for his refined clothing and composed demeanor. What kind of diplomat carries a ballista? Well, he gains as many coins as you spent this turn.
Oh,
So if you spend all 9 coins and jam him down, have another 9.
that's good.
And he has a fee ability to boost an allied pirate as well, making him a sort of tertiary spender.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So
Would love to see him play. I don't think I've ever encountered him.
I haven't until like the first week he existed, when people were trying to make him work, and then after the jackpot buff saw him considerably more, as we see the most consistent candle you will ever see. I see this candle more than I see candles in our home, and I see a lot of candles in our home.
Excuse me, I'll fix that.
I see far too many candles already. They're not conjured, I promise. I know exactly where they come from.
Yankee. And many others.
Yeah, other candle companies are available.
Depending on the discount.
Yeah, yes, that's very true. So for Hura now, already below the threshold, so just wants to stay ahead, doesn't need to get too greedy. It's curious to see Dana here in a Guerrilla Tactics version.
Cool, yeah?
Yeah, not too bad. Wouldn't be, if it were me, I'd honestly... You're constantly considering, do I want to give the scenario and give my opponent the pass or not? Instead, just decides to play the Dana, and it's for the hand buff, because of course it's first version of Dana. Didn't find it early, but this is quite scary for Stink. You would probably need to be removing that somewhere around yesterday with, I'd say it's the Freak Show.
Yeah, it has to be.
Freak Show full spend.
You're over-profiting a little, but that's fine.
But your jackpots, that actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't matter for you. Dana goes away, and you really had to do that. So it makes absolute sense, yeah.
It does, but it is a really difficult one. 0 coins, 4 tributes for free still available, with no tributes in the deck.
Oh!
And here comes... That's really nice from Hura. Shiru, one of the biggest downfalls the card can have is people greed. Think, oh, I've got to get at least 2 or 3 things, right?
No.
Not necessarily.
Because Shiro doesn't die anymore.
No, he doesn't kill himself, that's right.
So it suddenly feels more like an actual just removal.
Yeah.
Instead of having to exactly play when it's, the greediest. I really like this, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Now,
you see the guard, very sad over there.
yeah, A little surprised we didn't see the lock on that. It certainly was a possibility, but instead just dropping a Harmony engine, knowing that multiple Harmony triggers are still there. Got to be careful if you're Hura. You can't greed too far because you don't have a full read on your opponent's hand. And we see Siggy.
No,
That's
okay.
a lot of value. Takes a full pocket of coins. Obviously, Siggy himself is only 5. And choosing to use a little bit more protection on this Oxenfurt guard, which, when you look at your opponent's deck, knowing there was no kill, instead just spending some coins is what he's trying to get at.
Staying at the 2 cards is also really nice because of Behen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is the lock I was expecting. The lack of... I probably wouldn't have spent that early. I would have spent all of the coins next turn, then dropped Yargo, because he then would have dropped for a massive value. No longer the case. Are we going to see a fish with Vivaldi Bank? We are. But
Or
what do we
15-4.
see? I
And
mean,
Novigrad is tempting because it's
I'd
a
be
great
very-
carryover.
yeah.
Then you have an engine giving you points next in the round 3 that you hope you get to, which you do. So yeah, I would probably grab the Novigrad there.
You could do. If he grabs Muriels, he does have the ability to tribute it. And he's going to potentially tribute it into Antherian,
Okay.
which is what he's grabbed, because he will also get 4 of those coins back, remember?
True, and we still need a few more ticks on exactly this guy.
Yeah, there it is. So a nice little bit of extra thinning there.
Okay.
Does crucially, remember, still have that jackpot leader ability as well for Yargo. So he could spend 9 coins, play jackpot, spend 9 coins, get Yargo, get another 9 coins.
Okay.
So you can spend 27 coins in 1 round with Yargo, potentially with the leader ability.
Okay. And I think that's what's happening here, right?
Maybe. I mean, we get the full spend and the jackpot leader ability,
Okay.
which has got to mean...
Which is very loud.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I would see some of the candle spends, makes sense.
Yeah, full candle spend here, got to be. Just spread those points out.
Distribute those points. Risky against that
I
movement.
like it.
No, I mean putting it all on one.
Yeah.
That is a bit risky, but yeah.
Another 9 now, using as much as possible.
Ooh, okay.
Has the greed been too much, holding on to it? You look at it and you think, okay, it's 34 points needed, but
with the scenario ticking,
it's possible, but not guaranteed. The leader ability might just allow it to be done.
maybe.
If you end up with, there's no barricade,
There's
so
no barricade there,
no
no.
armor here. Not terrible. The vitality only ticks for 4. This is only a 3, so he does just take that.
The points, yeah.
Yeah, and for the buff, the movement as well, and a click
I think
gets
that
out
could-
even with the leader ability.
Oh,
It takes the last leader ability by a point.
that's
By 2, wow.
everything committed there by Harmony. Wow.
So, will the big bird come in and save the day for Harmony? That was nail-bitingly close.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's a guaranteed big bird.
Yeah, Brahen.
But no leader abilities for the Brahen. I would be
Okay.
mulliganing that Brahen.
Yeah, I would be
honestly,
too.
it's too risky. He'd have to go for me. Because I don't think you'd ever get value from it.
Novigrad there, which is good.
Yeah. No, it's a really nice grab. The Novigrad, Shady Bender, and the Spender. Candle, of course, only spends at 7. No Pavko, no Burb. Only 1 is attainable. And the Brahen does go, but doesn't
better.
find a better option.
That is not great.
No, it's not. Now, the bird is still, of course, going to be the choice here. Buffed up at 14, so it will be a 15. Stinkfister, just doing his best. Stinky
Yeah.
here, trying to stay uninteractive as
Makes
far as
sense,
possible. Yeah.
Now we're probably seeing the Shady Vendor.
Yeah.
Could be.
Looking for the removal, I would say. Shady Bender back row, going for that pew-pew.
Get rid of the 5 before it gets even more value on the Vitality. That would make sense.
It would if it can happen, but it doesn't happen.
It's the open sesame that we all want and never get.
That's right.
And now it's here, right?
Pulling the strings, you don't have enough gangs on board, so just has to take the coins here from Open Sesame.
Makes
Because there's
sense.
no other option, really. We'll not click the Novigrad until next turn. For an extra unit, keep as many things off as possible.
And we see the Dryad here, and now the big bird.
It's just a pure 15 points. 16, sorry. It's a big, big gap, and probably an unattainable one here. I don't think there is a version. I don't think it's possible to make that number of points.
Okay, let's see. They don't. Okay.
So finds an engine that is useless.
It's too late.
Yeah, needs something that gives coins. So you take the
You would take the urchins, maybe.
Failed experiment. Yeah,
Not
nothing
enough.
helps. And it is 1-0 here. Harmony goes and does its thing. I've also just realized that one of these is not correct.
Okay.
The Scoia'tael lists. So
That was quite close, though. Whoever's a Stinky, honestly, closer than I was expecting.
it was honestly
It was
really well done.
Well played as well.
Yeah.
So we get a win for Harmony.
We do indeed. Harmony makes its way through.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
first
There
try.
we go, First try.
First try. There you go. As we go back to the main screen, it is now 1-0. Hura looking to take the title home.
And this is the best of 3. Yes. So if
is.
Huron wins now, that will be it. So if you are looking for a good time to still donate to charity while we're still alive,
Yeah,
this could be your moment.
it could.
So make sure you check that out. We're raising money for children's villages, and we would be really grateful if you donated, if you can, obviously.
Of course.
We know times are hard, and I understand if it's not available for some people, but then you chilling here with us also helps. To you people on YouTube and Twitch as well, thank you so much for hanging out today.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Honestly, it's really nice to have so many people with us. I'm going to directly post the link into chat just in case, because I don't think it's copying for our YouTube friends.
Okay.
This in chat right now is the donation link. As I just mentioned, SOS Childrens Village's worldwide charity helping support education for children is what we're raising money for today.
And it's going splendidly, by
It
the
is.
way. Yeah.
They'd set a goal of 150 euros. We're nearly doubled that. This could be our final game. So
Let's go.
we appreciate greatly all of the support. It is currently 1-0 to Hura. Stinky coming in with the Scoia'tael list.
Makes sense.
And we are going to see. Oh, it's going to be good.
The Brick City is back. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Kasturka, sorry, let's keep the chat in English if possible.
Yeah, my apologies. I only speak English, I'm afraid. My apologies.
You do basic check very well.
Yeah, okay, my basic check's getting better, but yes.
Yeah. And we like to see a little bit of cheering for
Yes.
the
The support
people.
is good, yes.
The support is appreciated.
It is.
Okay.
So let's look at what we've got. A brick city for Stinky. Not going as they would like, but a pretty good hand for Hura on red coin. Although I would say, actually, you don't really want this Murvud so early
No,
on.
You don't. So, okay, yeah, some basic engines giving bleed makes sense for
Yeah.
Hura here. The brick city is bricking, huh?
It is indeed, but a really nice early backup plan.
With a good, good combo there. Lots of points. With that for
Damage,
Stinky, yeah.
removal of an engine, and 5 points on your side of the board. Yes, please, says Stinky. He will want to make sure if he gets out of this round without winning it, that he doesn't lose on even. But we have mentioned how important it is to get round control for this deck and against this deck. So,
Yeah.
you know, at the moment, I don't think either player's committing to going anywhere.
I can't stop looking at that premium.
Oh, the Mordred
So
Premium's
pretty.
so good, yeah.
Look at it, chat. I know you can't see the game now. Well, it's above us, but it's
It is.
really cool.
Yeah,
I
as
think
you can
it's
see all of the
beautiful,
glyphs
yeah.
hovering around in the air every
They
time you
always
click
go
it, it
away,
restarts. Yeah,
Never mind. But they are beautiful indeed.
they are. Stinky
What is
just
Stinky doing here?
working out if he wanted to click or not. I'm not sure it was necessary yet at 8 cards. I'd probably have waited. Yeah, don't worry, Cast. We appreciate you being excited. It's not a problem.
We like the good vibes. Thank you.
We like the good vibes indeed. It's just harder for us to understand what's happening.
And we see second try with Nekura, you know, Hura being quite consistent with that, being like, no, I really need this card down. Let's do it.
This will stick.
This will stick. I'll make it work.
Doing the very best. We saw an early Great Oak there to deal with Katakan. It's the kind of engine that you can underestimate. If you leave it running, it's because you go, well, it's 3 points every few turns. So maybe it's a point a turn, but it's so easy to continue to make that value happen that you really have to respect it early.
Definitely.
And I rate that that's been done, honestly.
Okay, we see the Mahakam Pass. Kind of what Stinky does quite a lot, playing that early on, getting the value of it from it. A lot of cards for Stinky already. Some big commitments, I would say. Like you said, the Oak, now the Pass, and we see
A
the
squirrel,
Onaromancy
the Anero's gone.
Yeah.
But these players are not going slowly. This is the final of our tournament for the day. It is 1-0 Hura, and our players are jamming some Gwent cards right now. Hura needs to be careful. The gap is a lot here, and he's looking, probably thinking, well, Geralt's a nice and easy 13, so I've got more reach. I've got the bleeding. I can continue to, you know. So there's 4 more points than it looks like, and I know Geralt is enough. I can probably jam bleed. Yeah, there's so probably thinking I'm okay. I've got just about the reach I'm looking for, but does need to be careful. It's 27 points, which is 25 points needed, and sensibly backs off.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Could probably just about do it in 2 still. But with the engines ticking on the other side, has decided today is in fact not the day.
Yeah, we know you don't always have to win round 1. Imagine that.
I know,
chat.
yes. You can win the game without winning round 1. Who knew? Who knew? And
Oh no,
overcommitting.
that's news to me.
Yeah, overcommitting is the easiest way to lose a game of Gwent and the quickest way to win a round of Gwent.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Love to see it.
Overcommitting almost always guarantees 1 win.
Yeah.
Of the one
yeah,
round.
if you want a single crack, it's a horrible last mulligan though.
No, that was horrible.
The attempted 2-0, no chance.
A little bit of hand over there for Hura.
Yeah, but a quick pass, looking at this and saying,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the long round here, simply because the more rounds this plays out, the better things like your Murvadar, the more chances you have to get bleeding, things like that you don't really want to give Renfrey vampires over those turns to build a bigger Regis. So
Yeah.
I can understand that. Gets Nicker's thin as well at 30%.
And it's not horrible because you don't really want to break in around things.
Yeah.
Because you no longer are looking for, you can't re-mulligan. So that's not bad. This is good.
It's good because, and on the other side, both of the bricks in hand is good and bad. Because, of course, if you now end up drawing one of your Armourer's Workshops, you're in real trouble, but skillfully dodges.
Ooh, super skillful. On the other hand, we have... we kept it. It was a good hand. I get it, No mulligans there.
Yeah.
We have the Renfrey gang not being played, so that was a potential risk of a break. So I get it. Makes
Very
sense.
much so, as we now see the engine returns once again. You thought you were done. The Neckarats, no chance. They keep on ticking. Hura managing to get bleeding in every single turn that has been possible so far.
Makes
or rather,
sense.
have bleeding in every turn so far, which you love to see.
Yep. We see the 2 Fledders that it will be quite difficult to get rid of, I imagine, but the Spores, the Heat Wave.
They're both killable. Both, as you say, Spores for one, Heat Wave for the other. And, not the end of the world. That you have
Definitely
the
not,
options,
no.
but if you heat wave that, you're not heat waving Regis
Yeah.
or the Mordwood. So it is a lot to just spend on a 6 provision.
Yeah, makes
effectively,
sense.
right?
But they can get quite out of hand, so I would understand the fear of letting them stay.
Yeah, not sure about the Dora Grey on a Dwarven
I wasn't
Skirmisher.
sure about that either.
Because you know that this Zoltan Warrior exists. I'd have been more inclined to hold that and just allow the 3 damage to come through, but perhaps he's thinking, I really need my engines to survive here.
Maybe. It feels like that, yeah.
So right now, he's got 2 damage here, taking it to 5. He's going for the backup plan as well. I'm just thinking of ways he can do it. The leader ability still has 3 damage, 1 ping, and obviously the 2 from the deploy ability. So he's looking to get that value, but not going to get it here.
Okay, that is some long decision making.
Much thought process.
Yeah, but because not great choices, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
there was a better choice than that.
Yeah.
But just trying to ping down, was looking for as much damage to keep that Fleder in range. Knows he needs to remove it early to save the heat wave for later. But now, it's not just one, but it's two of them.
And they're both out of range for leader as well, so that makes it really difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I would personally, now I would get the Zoltan down.
Yeah.
Because those random pings can really help clean up.
Definitely.
And you want to get the value from that engine as long as possible, especially when your opponent just dropped two pretty scary engines, but
No.
Stinky says no. Stinky's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Stinky's like, no, I know what I'm doing with this deck,
Listen
and this
to me.
is not it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I want, and I want it now.
Correct? Yeah. And I want it not like this. So
Yeah.
whatever you guys are saying, I'm not doing it. Are we gonna see another bleeding probably put down?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also Ren-free, because you want to Ren-free early. The sooner Ren-free's down, the sooner any potential passive blessings and
yeah.
curses. So destroy an enemy unit 8, damage all. Gluttony, that is the absolute dream. No Rune Mage, but finds the Gluttony, and that could just be that, genuinely, because this is a 20-point leader ability,
That is, yeah.
effectively. Prior to even getting the other side, the curse on its own may be enough. I always thought that I'd prefer the curse to be a negative of some description that
Yeah,
you weighed
yeah.
off. I understand that balancing that would be really difficult, but
The curse was the blessing here.
yeah, the cooldown, it's not worth it.
No.
Oh, it's got to be the damage, right? No, takes the 4th. Okay.
Neither of our picks were picked. But hey. Is it destroy?
Didn't? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Way.
You didn't see. You were like,
That's wild. I suppose playing around maybe a heat wave, but
Yeah.
wow, I am really surprised. Can finally clean one of these up, and even has Ren-free
Ooh, yeah.
to get the leader ability. So a great turn for Stinky. So yeah, I mean, no last say does have an impact on whether you take Gluttony or not, but there are so many tall targets. I'm curious. This Geralt's feeling progressively sadder as well.
He is, yeah, indeed. So we see just one Fleder down. Spores and Heatwave. This is getting
Yeah.
rough, right?
Yes, it is. And misclick the armor as well. The armor's gone on Eudora, not on Zoltan here, costing points for Stinky.
Definitely. We see the thinning now. Makes sense. That had to happen at some point. Buying some time to actually have targets for things.
Yeah, surprised we haven't seen the Purify come down to remove one of the
Any-
bigger
yeah,
bleeding
yeah,
yet,
yeah.
honestly. Just turns it, there's a 7-point pellet available right now that is a possibility.
True.
There is no real downside to taking that in this moment over anything else, I would say. Mm-hmm. So it would probably be the play here. You know more bleeding could come, but we shall see. 8-point destroy is a real threat for something that's heavily armored,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
still not like the pre-Simla slam effectively.
After Simus pre-Dennis.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
Pre-Dennis, it could be quite difficult.
nice,
No, just
yeah.
uses it for the engine instead. Okay. Absolutely just says, I'm
Interesting.
just going to use it right now. Drops more bleed. I mean, this is the long round for Stinky against vampires. I think the brick forced him out of the round in round 2 when he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I think you never want a short round against vampires, because if you can't bleed out the big pieces, I think if he'd had a hand to push for the 2-0, like he did in the semis, he would have done. His best bet here, you're looking at maybe a bricked Geralt, but of course it's never a bricked Geralt in
Well,
reality,
yeah.
because it's last say, something's going to get buffed up that high. Or actually,
No, it might.
I wouldn't.
Geralt
you-
might be a break, but still, between
It's-
Regis and the other thing, it's 30 points now already.
It's probably nearly
Min,
40.
yeah.
Nearly 40 points between those two cards.
And now, this is where I imagine that the Renfrew will have come in. Get rid of that 8, and
Yeah,
Geralt's still useless, but at least removing.
yeah. But
a
then as
higher
soon as you
card.
play the Dennis, then Geralt also has a target.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a rough one here. Holding the bleeding Hura I'm assuming until this point, expect, because he wants bleeding for every single turn to jam the Regis last. We've also had a $5 donation. Kellem NOP brings us to $2.50. Thank you
nice
so much.
rounding up. Appreciate it a lot.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Hura looking like they want to take this home right
round
now.
4.
Yeah, no. There will be no anything after this if Hura takes it here.
True. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
You see the extra bleeding makes sense. Which one do you just... Yeah, makes
Okay,
sense.
just gives the... Okay, Regis down now, not waiting.
Okay.
Goes behind the armor because, of course, it is Drain. Dennis with Last Say is what you should do here. So it should now be Spores, Heat Wave, Dennis. That should be the play.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's enough, even with a Brick Geralt. But it's gonna be close.
I would... So if I'm Hura, I would not... It didn't matter when they play it, because it's getting Heatwave anyway. But it could still be enough for
It
Hura.
might just do it because of the brick on Gary.
Okay.
Has Geralt just cost the game?
So it's 53. And Renfree coming
Don't
through.
forget the Renfree.
I did.
This is 24 points, and it's not enough. The bleed. It's not enough. It is so close.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay.
Hura.
Takes it.
The bleed management from Hura there was absolutely superb. Even with the Brick Geralt. Wow. And that, the misclick. Lost a single ping. Would have been a tie. Would have had to go again. But didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Every click matters, but chat.
Great games and congratulations to Hura and Stinky.
Yes.
Really good.
Amazing.
Really intense games. I wasn't expecting that, honestly.
Okay, community tournaments can really bring it in, you know?
Great job, game. Great job. Okay, that was a close one.
It
and
was.
we have our finalists. So, like I was saying, and thank you again, Kanamo, for the last donation. Really do appreciate it.
Hura, congratulations.
And as we were saying, we have one extra donation that will probably be coming in pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know if that's already gone in or if that's no. Okay, well, we have had $250, 250 euros, even better, donated. The goal today was 150. So the Gwent community has done a really, really great job trying to support SOS Childrens Village. Now, the team at Be Charitable are the ones who help make this possible, linking in with the charity through through NGOs and things like that, and obviously have helped and been around in Gwent before. We have worked with the lovely people over there as well, and it is a real and genuine pleasure to have been able to work with that team. It's really cool to see that we have brought a good Gwent tournament and a lot of fun. Hura coming in and having a great Saturday, doing really well. And congratulations on your prize, my friend. But to so many people who have who've gifted today, we really do appreciate it.
I think it's nice to see us come back, play Gwent, enjoy Gwent. And see like a competitive scene of sorts still being happening. We know Lily's doing has a tournament. We know Matto's working on his. So that is brilliant. I'm really happy that things are still happening for Gwent. And connecting Gwent with raising money for a good cause, I think it's really brilliant as well.
Of course.
So really do appreciate all of you. I think we can do a final look.
Well,
it is in.
Yeah, the goal was 150. The team at Be Charitable have brought it up with a €50 donation. We've actually doubled today's donation plan.
Oh, wow, that's really great.
Chat, give yourself a round of applause. Stinky in chat as well. Unlucky on the misclick, my friend, but congratulations on making it to the final and on your prize as well. I really want to thank the Be Charitable team for today. It's been amazing.
And they have a message for us that thank you guys for your support. You are all awesome. That is from the Be Charitable people who just topped it up by another €50. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Love to see it. We really do. And we appreciate all of you being involved as well. A massive shout out. Moshcraft and Lemon cast earlier today. did a brilliant job. Really, really grateful to them for being involved and being a part of it, and the community in general as well.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's great.
It's great, yeah. So we'll be around doing more community and casting
Yes.
as Gwent continues. Maybe we'll be back sometime with Be Charitable People.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here today. Appreciate your help, your support, your donations, your views, everything. All that really matters because you guys make it all possible.
You do.
And amazing games. Honestly, it's great to see new people being interested in playing in tournaments as well. So that is just great. I think we are done here.
We are indeed.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We'll see you around.
We will.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you, Be Charitable People. Everybody who took part really means a lot.
Yeah.
Can you tell us where we're going?
I haven't got the faintest idea where we're going, chat, to be honest, so we will find you somewhere.
Okay. We could go somewhere. We'll send you somewhere.
We'll send you somewhere into
Stick
the
around.
night. I have no idea where, honestly, as nowhere I would normally raid is actually live.
We'll figure it out and send you there.
We will.
See you later.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.